ain't spending money. They had us sleeping on them. They had us sleeping on them. I was young, yeah. Every Sunday, we had service every Sunday. They had us sleeping on them. They had us sleeping on. I just wanna put you first. Cause when the worst come to worst, I don't wanna be around nobody. Yeah, I just wanna put you first. Cause when the storm gets heavy, I just wanna be around the body. What is the body? Those who made a covenant, those who made a covenant for sacrifice. Who's all the saints? Our people need run to him. He gave his life. Unfortunately, he didn't die for a man. I tell you no lie. I tell you no lie. No lie. Wait up just a minute. God is in the midst of Joel 2:27. Wait up just a minute. Think I didn't read it right. Hold up just a minute. Pressure breaks a minute. Absorb this all opinion about to show them. I'm about to give them what they want, and I'm about to show them where they're wrong. I just wanna put you first. Cause when the worst come to worst, I don't wanna be around nobody. Yeah, I just wanna put you first. Cause when the storm gets heavy, I just wanna be around the body. What is the body?
We don't care about what they say or what they do. Cause we the prophets and we salute. We standing strong, oh yeah we do. We keep the low, oh yeah we do. We don't care about what they say or what they do. Cause we the prophets and we salute. We standing strong, oh yeah we do. We keep the low, and that we do, hey.
We don't care, we the prophets of the Lord, yeah. Stand up, teach our people, they just hate on us some more, yeah. Defeating evil, Christ is coming back, he with that sequel. We standing strong, we sparing none, and we defeating evil. Black boots and purple tee, prisons on me guarantee. Keep the laws is the key. One saved out of three, one saved out of three. It's the Bible that we teach, it's the Bible that we preach. It's the laws that we keep. Cry loud in the streets now. Grab a paper and a pen now. Come take back your crown. Come take back your crown. Yeah, the people of the world trying to tear us down, but we keep the laws and don't care what they saying now. 44, yeah. 144, yeah. Christ is coming back, better prepare for that war, yeah. 44, yeah. 144, yeah. Christ is coming back, better prepare for that war, yeah.
We don't care about what they say or what they do. Cause we the prophets and we salute. We standing strong, oh yeah we do. We keep the low, oh yeah we do. We don't care about what they say or what they do. Cause we the prophets and we salute. We standing strong, oh yeah we do. We keep the low, and that we do,
Ay, strong in the Lord, ay, and the power of his might. We need to endure a spiritual fight. Look at my people, hard cold like it's ice. Scripture sharp, sharp like a knife. Converting the soul and preserving the life. It's time to take flight. Shining my light, shining it bright in the darkest of nights. Ay, oh yeah, fringes on my clothes, yeah. 144, yeah. That's the big goal in the business, saving souls, yeah. Let them you taught me lies up in that school, but it's cool. Now it's back to this heritage. A chosen people that cast down all the heretics. These laws is the medicine, these laws is my preference. This Bible is our reference. Now it's time to give him praise and give the Lord
We
his
don't care about what they
reverence.
say or what they do. 'Cause we the prophets and we salute. We stand strong, oh yeah we do. We keep the law, oh yeah we do. We don't care about what they say or what they do. 'Cause we the prophets and we salute. We stand strong, oh yeah we do. We keep the law, and that we do, hey. They don't love her like they used to, no. Since we done found out we the truth, do, yeah. I know they see us up through YouTube, so strip, clean, friends down, don't be so rude, child. Carry laws on our shoulder, God's armor be the shoulder pad. Crying out and we spare not, so we know they mad. 'Tis the season, eat them, time to taste of God's wrath. Christ gon' bathe in your blood like some bubble bath. We got it stinking, now they smell the feet. 'Cause they know when these shoes come off, they gotta wear these sneaks. We done ran long enough and now we out the street. We at the end of the road, we tried everything. Huh? You up the head and now you play the victim. You said I never sold a slave, but benefit the riches. We in the hood trying to figure out like what's for dinner. Now what they gon' say? We don't care about what they say or what they do. 'Cause we the prophets and we salute. We stand strong, oh yeah we do. We keep the law, oh yeah we do. We don't care about what they say or what they do. 'Cause we the prophets and we salute. We stand strong, oh yeah we do. We keep the law, and that we do, hey.
Home with you is where I belong. That loneliness feeling is gone. The simplest things in life brings us comfort. We'll fight 'cause it's worth to hold on.
I found love in the convocation. For my nation, I do things that they label me racist. Ain't no hope in reparations when you face with Satan. And when that water hits your knees, your understanding changes. Damn. But they don't hear me though. I've been away, but I ain't trimming though. I've been around in them back, something like merry-go. Had to get things right back with them spiritual. Lee, the earth cementing, you could feel the tension. Living just enough for the city, I wonder if Stevie's listening. Some people trust in their eyes, but really don't pay attention. And if it's not on the screen, they just can't see the vision. Come taste to see what the block has been missing. It's food for thought to treat you better than a Sunday dinner. We're gonna let the Bible hug you and let the scriptures kiss you. With sweet sounds of Jerusalem, bring all things back to remembrance from home.
Home with you is where I belong. That loneliness feeling is gone. The simplest things in life brings us comfort. Fight 'cause it's worth to hold on to. Being reminded by Almighty God. Be content with such things you have. What you have already. Hold fast till I come.
They kill the Jews, I'm innocent. Take a walk on my shoes, but it won't benefit. You see the ones that laugh are the ones who cry a lot. You see we live a little, but we die a lot. I seen fake people, but they all move, 'cause they ain't really real, like a cartoon. Man, the things we going through gon' make us better. I got a lot on my plate, guess what's for dinner? Be content with what you have, 'cause it's all perfect. Some people ask for riches, I ask for mercy. Some people work hard, others they are hardly working. They rather do little, like Eddie Murphy. Keep it going, my people, ain't nothing stopping us. Cops gon' keep popping up till them chariots start popping up. I can see the end, the Bible is my binoculars. Red at the guns, but still ain't nothing stopping us.
Home with you is where I belong.
You can tell that to your pastors.
That loneliness feeling is gone. The simplest things in life brings us comfort. Fight 'cause it's worth to hold on to. Being reminded by Almighty God.
Yeah. Yo. All over the world, we about to go. is coming up, that's what you need to know. Blacks and Hispanics is the Israelites you need to know. You ain't never gonna hear this from a pastor though. You done ended in the den with some lions. You done ended in the den with some lions.
Hey, shalom.
That's how rappers do.
Hey, I'm trying to figure out what you doing over there, Elisha.
I ain't want to sound off, so I just been silent.
He over there like, chill. Like, I'm like, is Young Jeezy on the set? What's going on?
Goodness gracious.
Hey, he done got his hair done.
Hey, I don't know about y'all. It sounded like the lion had a hiccup, too. I don't know.
Yeah, did it?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Pause.
Get that lion something to drink. Hey, shalom, family. Welcome to the Lion's Den radio show. It is Sunday.
That's right.
All praises.
7 p.m.
Check.
We are back with
back.
another great topic, Lord willing. And today we are going to open the phone lines, but we're going to hold it off just for a little bit because we want to hear from you. We want to hear from you, and specifically, come on over there and get your seat. Man.
I told you.
You got brothers running late, man. Don't even know what time the show begins.
I didn't know the wrong Benea. I called the wrong Benea though.
Hey, but
they wanted the same.
And he been here all day. He been in Orlando all day.
And he's still late. Come on,
Papa Late Nay.
So, unless you've been under a rock, well, I shouldn't say it like that because everybody don't pay attention.
Or unless you've been smoking a rock.
Wow.
We got a brother.
Man.
We got a brother named Brian Flores, a professional NFL coach. A lot of you know about this story. You don't often hear of a winning coach that gets fired. He got fired for winning.
Damn.
And we're going to prove that according to what's been, leaked in the press. But he got fired for winning. You get fired for succeeding.
Damn.
You got to be under the curses for something like that to happen. You do well and you get fired.
That sounds like the
on,
man. Major League with the Cleveland Indians. She was trying to tank. He got rid of everybody that was trying to win.
Right. And when we open the phone lines, we want to hear from you. And we want to hear from you regarding, have you ever had a job? Because we were talking about this earlier.
Yes, sir.
Have you ever had a job where maybe you overachieved or maybe you did more than what was expected of you, and then that shine, right? That shine that you created because you were overachiever,
Right.
but the wrath of the business or the department on you, and you ended up unemployed. I know it's happened to me before.
Damn.
Yeah.
Sound like you became overqualified.
Exactly, and that's the term that they'll use for you.
Oh, man.
And I was talking to one of the leaders in the body, and I told him I think it goes back to perception. The visual perception. If we want to be seen in a certain way, what we don't need is someone that looks like you. Because you're black. It is because you're black. I remember when I was in college, and they would say things like, some people are hired because of their look.
Right.
Like some, for instance, some people just fit a CEO mold. You know what I'm saying? They got a strong jawline, and they got the hair that,
The big nose.
The swoop.
The swoop.
We used to call it in high school. The swoop.
And they may be dumb as a rock.
Mm-hmm.
You know what? But visually, they fit what the company is looking for.
George Bush.
That's
what it was.
I believe these things do occur in the NFL and other leagues like that, in those ranks, because it's hard to understand why you can succeed at your position and be fired.
Damn.
So we're going to get into that, but we got some other stuff to get into that before that. But Officer Michael, hey, how was last night, bro? What was going on last night?
Last night, we had the leadership meet outing, man. It was good.
Yeah.
It was good. A lot of brothers was out there doing their thing, man.
You being modest. You know you're being modest, right?
Right.
Yeah, this Tiger Woods is over here.
He was showing us how to golf last night.
I was sitting up here like, we about to get some money together and get you one of these tournaments.
Yeah, right.
He was breaking golf balls last night.
He wasn't the only one.
Everybody was hitting
I
that.
found out he a coach.
When we went to Top Golf, I didn't know we was taking the top golfer. You know what I'm saying? So,
Nah,
Look,
that
they
thing
hitting
was
that
easy as
ball,
hell,
man.
man. It ain't easy.
It ain't hard to hit the ball, man.
I don't know.
you see that? He said it ain't hard to hit the ball.
It's hard to play, but just to
You
hit
gotta
the
hit
ball.
it with control, though.
Hey,
Hey,
I hit
y'all
more
was
carpet than ball. I know that much.
Was hitting it out there, man. He was hitting it out there on your brothers, man.
Speak for yourself. I tried to get it off the tee. It wasn't working. You know what I mean? I had to get coached up by, Bagger Vance over here. And just wasn't happening.
Oh,
Just wasn't
man.
happening for me. I need a couple more lessons.
He was using a little chipper, little chip putt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A little wedge. Sand wedge.
Sandwich. See, I don't know what that
Y'all did good. You remember the different clubs. All
IT, that was a
praise.
random for no need, just something.
They was dry. They was dry for too long. That's what it was.
All right. Hey, so Officer McKay. How was it? How was
yeah,
it?
it was fantastic. We had a good time. Whenever we get together, somebody always gets the brunt of the jokes. So somebody
Bring it
had,
out.
Somebody had some Skechers on and got roasted.
Damn.
All right.
Oh, man.
Yeah, it was not
Skechers, the top golfer.
They got roasted. Damn.
It
roasted
went
for the
from
Skechers.
what the Banana 11s last time to the Skechers 7.
Yep.
It was crazy.
Yeah.
Watch what you wear around Jake, because we gonna get you.
Yeah, you know they're going to say something.
Mm-hmm.
It must not have been Judah though, man. It
Oh
couldn't
no,
be Judah.
no. Judah, we learned our lesson. We learned that in middle school, high school.
Damn,
So-
not thinking about it. It was two Benjamites, man.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yep.
Yeah.
Benji need help. Benji need help.
I already told you, man. I think I'm about to change tribes. I don't know. I'm going to have to put in a petition. I don't know, man.
We could do the draft like Dave Chappelle.
Yeah, we're going to have to do that.
Tribe draft.
Yeah.
Papa Nene, glad you could join us today.
You got to turn on your mic there, sir.
Yeah.
Yep. It's a little button.
Yeah. He forgot the time the show starts. Then he forgot to turn on his mic.
Hey, shalom, everybody.
There we go.
It was a different experience. It was a good experience. Something different for us to do. I had a good time. It seemed like everybody else had a good time as well.
Yeah. It was good. It was much needed too.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Officer Haziel.
Hey, last night was awesome, man. That's definitely good. Getting a little break, you know what I'm saying? Hanging out with the brothers. All praise to the Most High for that. So I know I definitely enjoyed myself. Nah, it ain't Mr. Comedian, man. Hey, that's Cap. Cap brought that out. I tried to get a Brother Mercy and leave him alone, man. Cap T got him.
Had to get him out.
Oh, that's who pointed that out?
Yeah, Cap T got him.
He pointed out the one of those.
He got him.
Went around like a detective. Whose shoes are these?
That thing was funny, man.
Oh, man.
But it was all in good fun and everything. You know what I'm saying? It was not malicious. It was just funny as soon as black men get together having a good time, who pulls up?
Oh man, come on.
Bravo.
Yeah, he so rolled up, man.
Yeah.
He just rolled up. He was crossing his hands and everything like,
Yeah.
you're having too much fun out here.
Yeah.
And I seen the scattering of the black people, man. I seen y'all.
Drama 28 in full effect.
I seen a bunch of Israelites just flee in 50 directions.
Hey, thou shalt flee. No man pursue it.
Why are you running? Why are you running?
Now we know how to handle ourselves in the right situation.
That's right. That's right. Officer Speedy Elijah.
AKA August Alsina. Yep.
Damn.
It was a good time. It was a good time. First time golfing.
Yeah.
All praise. Yuri was hitting them out of the park. I don't know how he was doing that, but all praise.
Brother was hitting the ball, man.
Yeah, he
Brothers
was.
A lot of brothers was hitting that ball, man.
He's former baseball player, man.
Okay, that's the reason why.
That's what he was doing. Yeah.
Hey, he had like the old school Negro League.
Yeah, he did.
didn't he? Praises.
All right, so hey, Officer Micaiah, what's the name of today's show?
Oh, it is Hoes, Hatred, and Slander. That's what we out here talking about today. Hoes, Hatred, and Slander.
You gotta say that right, man. That's whores, man.
Oh, excuse me. Whores.
Politically correct.
Whores, Hatred, and Slander.
Matter of fact, who reading? We gotta make sure. Hey, you gotta stick to biblical terms.
Yes.
because we gotta make sure that somebody's offended right now, because they're like, that's not in the Bible. How are they gonna talk like that?
You?
Right. Hey, Elijah, you reading today?
Nah, the lawyer got it.
Nah, you reading today. Come on. Get that in Deuteronomy 23. Come on. You know what we want. We gotta clear it up, man.
He said absolutely not.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 23, verse 17.
Mm-hmm.
There should be no whore.
What?
No whore.
So that word is in the Bible. Go ahead.
No whore of the daughters of Israel.
Oh, okay.
Nor a sodomite of the sons of Israel.
So it is biblically correct because it is in the Bible. Right. So anyway, we're going to start off with current news. Obviously, let's lead us into that first article.
Hey, this first one, it's funny because I almost felt like it should have been, what nation is this? See if they can catch it. What nation is this? They can pull up the first one. You read that real quick?
Bring it out.
The Eddie screen. Don't matter.
Simple.
Got two screens.
Anthony Harris takes young girl to daddy-daughter dance after father's death.
Right. Sound like a great thing, right?
Yeah.
All praise. Looking out for the young girl, right?
The youth.
Right? Yeah, keep reading.
Okay, it says, Eagle safety Anthony Harris lent a helping hand to a young girl in need of someone to take her to a daddy-daughter dance.
Come on, man. You gotta read that again, bro.
Eagle safety Anthony Harris lent a helping hand to a young girl in need of someone to take her to a daddy-daughter's dance. Audrey Soap, an 11-year-old living outside of Austin, Texas, lost her father and grandfather last year. The family had long been...
Oh, they blew it up on them.
Oh, IT.
Hey, you can't pull that when you stumping him back there. Come on now.
Hit the door.
In the midst of his reading, you just shift the screen on him.
The family.
It says the family had long been fans of Harris, dating back to his days as a Minnesota Viking, and had often reached out through social media to ask if he wanted their prayers. So Soap's mother, Holly, reached out to Harris to ask whether he would take Audrey to the dance. Much of her surprise, he said yes.
Right, so he says yes. Before you even go any further, Officer Benea.
Hey, I want to know what the relationship is.
Who you think this is? Who you think this is? What nation you think this is? Because I know you didn't get to see it yet. Everybody else probably got to see it. What nation do you think this is?
He thinks that's Brother Polite.
Anthony Harris. So you know it's a football player, right?
Right.
So that's probably what?
Jake.
That's Jake, right? So who the young girl you think he took out to the father-daughter dance?
Esau.
Damn, off the rip.
Man,
it couldn't be Northern Kingdom?
Straight shooting for that.
Esau.
Yeah. Say Esau. All right. Read the next line. It's going to give you away who it is. I was what?
I was just trying to be a human.
I was just trying to be a human. That's a red flag right there.
Right.
Because ain't no brother going to be talking about I'm trying to be human by helping out a sister, right? Scroll down to the image.
Oh, hell no.
Scroll down to the image. And there you have it.
Touchdown.
Touchdown. Now, hey,
man.
I'm not even knocking the whole father died thing or whatever, but bruh, how many families do we have in our communities that ain't got a father?
Exactly.
Ain't got all kind of stuff. And out of all of that, brother took Esau, Idumea Edom daughter to the father-daughter dance.
All them prayers must have worked.
Apparently so.
Mm-hmm.
Dropped in the inbox and he responded. So I seen this, I was like, yo, that's just crazy, man. That's just crazy how we always leap over our own people to go help the other nation.
Right.
And when I seen even before I seen the picture, I seen human. I was like, all right, this is a red flag. Brother told me I was just being a human. Hey, just get Sirach 4 and 10 real quick. No. Matter of fact, get Leviticus 19:17. That's a better scripture. Because here's the thing. Again,
Bring it out.
We ain't out here bashing the young girl for losing her father, nothing like that. But how many of us grow up orphans or don't have our father, or what they call him, he went out for a pack of cigarettes.
Yeah.
That thing, right?
Papa was a Rolling Stone.
Rolling Stone, right? Well, you could be a father to the fatherless, right? Read that real quick.
Leviticus chapter 19, verse 17. Thou shalt not hate thy brother in thine heart. Thou shalt anywise rebuke thy neighbor, and not suffer sin upon him. Thou shalt not avenge nor bear any grudge against the children of thy people.
Against the children of who?
Thy people.
Of thy people. Read.
But thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself.
Right. The Lord commanded us to love our own people as we love ourselves. He didn't command us to go out there and go find you a heathen and go make them feel good. That's what the Lord commanded us to do. But this right here, It's what you be seeing on the social media platforms leadership be going on. You come across brothers like this, and they'll tell you like, nah, there's good white folks. Not everybody's bad. You know, we're all human. We all got one blood. So my thing is, again, Anthony Harris, my question is, you trying to tell me there's no Jake that you know of your own nation that you could have did this charitable thing to?
Right.
That lost their daddy?
That lost their daddy.
They're going to a daddy-daughter dance.
They're going to a daddy-daughter dance. If I'm not, correct me if I'm not, what's his name? He got shot in New York by the police.
Eric Garner.
Eric Garner.
Right.
His kids don't have a father.
Matter of fact, remember, the wife said nobody's gonna be able
to
play Santa.
Yeah.
You know, and of course we know we're not supposed to celebrate Christmas, but she's saying that she don't have no substitute.
Right. The other brother that got shot in the car in front of his daughter in Minneapolis.
Yeah.
Philando Castile.
It's a father figure to take it to a daddy-daughter dance.
Right.
I don't know. I'm just saying.
He should at least got a cake not turned, Jake. You know what I'm saying?
That's what I was saying. At least go get Northern Kingdom something. But
Come on now, dog.
hey, brother reached out
What was that last scripture you just read?
Leviticus 19, verse 18.
Yeah. Get that Ciroc for, man. Get that Ciroc for, because man, you know, I think what it is too is that you get so programmed when you in professional sports. Also, Michael, maybe you could help me out with this, because college sports, professional sports, a lot of times you forced to do charitable acts for the other nations. Is that not so?
Yeah, so I run by them.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I run by them. So when they have their little media days and stuff like that, you gotta go out there and do it.
Right. You notice how many black kids do you see on Make-A-Wish that have their favorite athlete come and visit them? Normally, and I'm not saying that never happen, but normally it's the little white kids, you know what I'm saying, born with spinal bifida or something like that, you know.
Got cancer.
Yeah, you know, and
looking like Moab.
And the athletes, that's who they go to. That's who they have to cater to. I mean, I don't know if it's written in contracts or anything like that. I imagine it is. So even if this was done for a charitable reason,
right,
that spirit has already been set in him. You know what I'm saying? Read that.
Sirach chapter 4, verse 10. Be a father unto the fatherless, and instead of an husband unto their mother.
Instead of a what?
Husband unto their mother.
Go ahead.
So shalt thou be as the son of the Most High, and he shall love thee more than thy mother doth.
So we have plenty of fatherless in our community. Be a father unto the fatherless of your people.
Bring it out.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy.
Is there any more on that story?
No, that was.
All right, let's go to the next story, man. Let's go to the next story. Quickly. All right. Lead us into this. No, that's not the next one.
That was in the next one.
Yeah.
The next one go along with the title. Yeah,
we got them in order,
IT.
IT. We tried to make it easy for you.
Ain't the one family tree fills in the gaps.
It's just pictures. They didn't download it. That's probably what happened.
All right, let's just go ahead to that one, and then you can go back to the other one.
Okay. It says family trees filling the gaps for black people seeking their ancestral roots.
Okay, we're gonna be doing a little bit of reading on this because this is a good article. Come on.
We thank you.
Can we go back to the one that you had since you just shuffled it out of order? Thank you. All righty.
It's a family trees filling the gaps for black people seeking their ancestral roots.
And what?
Ancestral roots.
Okay, all right.
Black people have been able to connect with the past and give new agency to their identities through building family trees and researching their family histories.
Mm-hmm. So now you know that's one of the curses, because all nations don't have to search for their ancestral roots. You know, like, and I always say this: you watch the Chinese movies, right? The fighting movies and all of that, and you know. Ling Young is, I have to defend.
Right.
my
father's honor.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because they know.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They haven't been stripped of their identity. Their families haven't been separated forcefully.
Right.
Through slavery. This is something that our people, you know, that is still affecting us to this day, as we're gonna see as we read through this article. Go ahead.
Pull it back up. Scroll down.
Wait a minute. Look at the tree. Wait a minute. Go back up. Go back up. Okay. Pictures. Is that what that is?
Yeah, it's pictures of them connecting back with like their ancestors and such.
Gotcha. All right.
If you actually scroll down and read the bottom of the picture, it backs up the point that they was trying to make, with Jews making a while ago.
Yeah, scroll down a little bit. All right, let's read that.
It says white people. We're doing this story of white people.
White people.
White people have stories about their heritage in newspapers.
Wait. About their what?
Heritage in newspapers, and in textbooks that support white superiority and ideology. Said psychologist. What is it? Psychologist Donald Grant. Black people have to find information to build that history, that pride.
Right. So basically, they're saying that you could open up any newspaper article, any textbook, boom, they go to white history. Whereas we got to go fight, scratch, claw just to find something about ours. So, like you're saying, it's easy accessible for them. It's not the same for us. Go ahead.
This story is our first in a series on Black family history to celebrate Black history this February. Growing up in Philadelphia, Amber Jackson said she knew so little of her history that she felt disconnected from who she was. They didn't teach you the history of Black people in school, she said. They kind of gave you the illusion that Black people just showed up after everything was put together. Attempts to learn about her family history from older relatives were futile, she said. I could see the hurt in their faces. They didn't want to talk about it, Jackson said, so I let it go. Then she saw in 2002 movie Antoine Fisher about a young sailor who had been in foster care and sought to learn more about his birth family, and that's when I was inspired to start my search to find mine, just like he did, Jackson said.
Hey, real quick, because that's a heavy thing about where, honestly, a lot of us in this truth started. We felt like something was missing or something didn't seem right or fit. So we decided to dig into our history to see what it was about. Let me get that in Job 8:8 real quick. Because the Bible speaks about that we should look at our history and our past and be able to readily be able to access this information. But because we're raised in a white system, we're not able to do those things so easily. I was just having this conversation with an old friend of mine, a family friend, in the car on the way here. We don't have that access to be able to go from one generation to the next like we should. And a lot of stuff that I've learned about us and our history, I learned outside of school. And I was in my 20s and up when I was learning this stuff. But let's see what the Bible says about that thing. Come on.
Job chapter 8, verse 8. For inquire, I pray thee, of the former age.
It says, inquire, I pray thee, of the former age. So we're supposed to look and see the things that happened to us in the past. Not just once we came over here on the slave ships, because that's not where our history started. Our history starts way before that and is much more vast, complicated, and full of pride, because we've got a lot of history and heritage that we have not learned. Go ahead.
And prepare thyself to the search of their fathers.
And prepare yourself for the search of their fathers. So this sister, Lord will she repent, is on the path to that journey of trying to figure out who she is, where she comes from, and what her people are all about. When she finds Lord's will, it guides her to this Bible, because that's exactly where you're going to find that.
That's what I was going to say. To go to Romans 3:1. Because our people is... Our people is retarded, man. The word is out there who we are. Everybody's talking about it. So if you still acting like I'm searching for my history, I don't know who my ancestors were, everybody is saying that we're the Israelites. Repentant Israelites and unrepentant Jacob is saying, letting us know who we are. Romans 3:1.
Book of Romans chapter 3, verse 1. What advantage then hath the Jew, or what profit is there of circumcision? Much every way, chiefly because unto them were committed the oracles of God.
Which is this Bible. The Bible was given to us. So our whole history is right here. So they going on all this search and stuff. Not because they're trying to search to find out that they Edomites, bro. They're not trying to find out that their roots is back to Moses and Jacob and all that. Come on, this is not, in these days and time, this is not no hidden information. So,
all right.
For the sister, that's the sister right there?
Yeah, that's the sister right there. It's her. It's a couple other people that actually went through it. One of the things in it was she was saying like she found out like what was it like great grandfather was linked.
Let's read it because she quoted the movie Antoine Fisher, and if you saw that, what ended up happening at the end of the movie is he got to meet a whole side of his family that he had no clue who they were.
Right.
Right. Go ahead.
You pull it back up. All right, it says, she said she went through the white pages as actor Derek Luke had in the movie and located her father's sister almost instantly and called her, which led to more relatives. The findings inspired her to learn more, and Jackson pressed on, spending hours that turned into years building out her family tree through searching archives and libraries and research centers, scanning microfilm, and as technology advanced, using online services.
So she was doing a diligent search. Read on.
In 2021, after 19 years of probing, she struck Black Family Tree Gold, an ancestral connection to the legendary abolitionist Harriet Tubman. Jackson learned that her great-great-grandmother was Janet Cornish, whose grandfather was Aaron Cornish, born in 1822 in Cambridge, Maryland, the same town as Tubman.
So now I wanted to read that part because I know, like in my family, we got a family historian, and we've gone back to the 1800s, like the 1850s. But then it gets, you can't really find anything beyond that.
Right.
So when I was reading the article and I saw the 1820s, I'm thinking that a lot of us start running into problems, with the records around that time. I mean, we divided up. Right. We got, our forefathers had chains on them and divided up, we have to fit these curses. Right. What's that? Deuteronomy 28, 29? I think that's the one I want.
Oppressed.
Yeah. And I did want to read First Maccabees 2:51 before we go to the next article. Read that for me.
Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 29.
Mm-hmm.
And thou shalt grope at noonday.
That's the part I wanted. And that groping. We trying to feel around. We trying to find out who we are. We're searching out our identity. We're searching out our lineage because it's been taken from us. Go ahead. You see, she said it took her 19 years to get to a certain point. Right. 19. And if you've already been wondering who you are, and then you searching diligently for 2 decades. But how did the article start off? White people know who they are.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Hey, they're the same people that's writing in the textbook, so that's the same people that's disconnecting your ass.
Exactly.
That's what they're doing.
Exactly. And then taking our history as their history.
Yep. Right.
Message. All right, go ahead.
Yeah, they sleep over there. They sleep over there.
Those sound effects.
Yeah.
Now they got to play crickets again.
Right. Read that.
It says, and thou shalt grope at noonday as the blind gropeth in darkness.
Mm-hmm.
And thou shalt not prosper in thy ways. And thou shalt be only oppressed and spoiled evermore. And no man shall save thee.
So we groping. We groping for our identity. Now, go to right quick, First Maccabees 2:51. Hey, pull up that next article.
Bring it out.
One of the things I did want to mention about this.
Oh, you got some more on it?
No.
Okay.
You can go to the next one. She was saying that she got a great sense of pride in herself when she found out she had a rich history.
You know what that is down at the bottom? And you want to get
you could just read that sentence if you scroll down. Because basically, when she found out she was linked to Harriet Tubman and everything, listen to her response.
Where is
under the picture?
You pull it back on the main screen.
Keep scrolling. Stop.
Right there.
You passed it. Go back up a little bit. Right
first,
there.
Yeah, I felt pride.
First, okay. First, I felt pride bursting out of every pore, she said.
Read the sentence above it.
Yeah, that's what I want.
It says, the revelation elevated her self-esteem, she said, giving her a sense of self that had previously been absent.
You know that goes to Officer Michael's point of when you find out who you truly are. We find out we the Israelites. We are the people of the Bible.
Right.
That should elevate your sense of pride.
Right. Hey, when I read it, I thought, like you just said, the first thing I thought about? for them people to be like, why you got to teach the image of Christ?
Right. Right.
Because it's pride that you putting in them. A lot of people, you grow around, you're like, yeah, I know Christ is black. But every time we read it to them, you see their facial expression like, well, damn, it's in there. Meanwhile, they went to church their whole life. All that stuff is right in front of them, but they just didn't have nobody to point that out to them.
Right.
So that when I read that, I was like, that's heavy. That's exactly why we go around showing like color in the Bible. Christ is black, his foreparents is black, all of that stuff. So you can identify. It do give you a sense of pride, and it makes you to look more into it.
Hey, we not done. Come on, IT. We not done yet. All right, go ahead.
They got spirits over there.
Who's single brother back there want to see Rihanna half naked, man?
There's a couple of them.
Man.
That's Yuri, man. What you doing back there?
Says, first I felt pride bursting out of every pore, she said. Then when I reread their story and what they went through, the emotion changed to an overwhelming hurt and sympathy for my family. Imagining what my great-grandmother Daphne had to endure, giving birth during the escape and having enough faith and intestinal fortitude to push forward for not just her and her husband, but her children. I am blown away by their strength.
Right. And now, to also Michael's point, this is what you was talking about. Hey, the truth is out there. Because if she got that same sense of pride just from that, right, carnally, imagine reading the scriptures. You're reading about how we got tortured back then, right? How we came out of the wilderness, how Pharaoh's chasing us, all them kind of stuff. You read about the same stuff. Right. That's why the scripture says, like you pulled already, Job 8 and 8, right? You can grab Deuteronomy 32 real quick. I think, no, 33. I believe it's 33.
Bring it out.
Deuteronomy 33. That great sense of joy and pride that we get.
Oh, last verse?
Yep.
All right. Deuteronomy chapter 33, verse 29. Happy art thou, O Israel.
You got to put some spirit when you read that thing, man. Like you happy. You happy to be Israel? I know you're not happy to be Benjamin. It's all
dang. Oh, man. Yankee Wolf.
Deuteronomy 33, verse 29. Happy art thou, O Israel, who is like unto thee.
Who is like unto you? Nobody.
Come on, bro.
Read.
O people saved by the Lord, the shield of thy help, and who is the sword of thy excellency, and thy enemy shall be found liars unto thee.
That's what she found out through doing her history. Read.
And thou shalt tread upon their high places.
Right. That's to come. That's to come. But I wanted to pull it because it says, "Happy art thou, O Israel."
Right. That's right.
Thank you. Hey, did you hear that voice inflection there?
Look, the prince
Hey, first time I heard that scripture, I'm telling you, man, I'm but cheesing like,
right.
Hey, this makes sense.
And it made your teeth white.
Yeah.
Like, listen, say hi.
Man, listen. It's beautiful.
Yeah, it's a heavy point too, because just like Deacon Yawasop says this all the time, is the most powerful weapon that the enemy tries to use against us is self-doubt.
Hey, everybody corrected you on the stage, man. They said Bishop Yawasop.
Oh, Bishop, I'm sorry. Bishop Yawasop. Yes.
Forever in your heart as Deacon Yawasop.
Bishop Yawasop. But what he says is that, the most powerful thing that they use against us is self-doubt. So they try to push this image of you not nothing, you just a nigga,
right,
you just this, you just that, lowering our self-esteem. That's why she recognized that that's what was happening to her, because she didn't have any self-worth in who she was. Right. But to obviously Yahaziel's point, once we read about the valiant acts that our forefathers did, and I know you want to go into that too, you don't have a choice but to have a sense of self pride, because that's all you can feel about the things that we have been through and that we're going through now and how we getting through it. And then once we get the kingdom of heaven, that's gonna be unimaginable.
Unimaginable. You catch the spirits over there.
Yeah. I looked at him and
this being February Black History Month, that's why they gotta hide that stuff.
Right.
That's why you get MLK, Malcolm X, Rosa Parks. That's it.
Right.
No other black person did anything in history.
Hey, read that again. Read it over first.
Okay, pull up on main screen.
It's right there. I got you. First, I felt pride bursting out of every pore, she said. Then, when I reread their story and what they went through, the emotion changed to an overwhelming hurt and sympathy for my family.
So now, pause right there. Get 2 Ezra 3.
She happy, she sad.
And 1.
Yeah, she emotional.
Yeah, 2 Ezra 3.
Maybe should learn to cover up like Harriet Tubman too, man.
And 1.
And modest dress she had on.
Book of 2 Ezra, chapter 3, verse 1. In the 30th year after the ruin of the city, I was in Babylon and lay troubled upon my bed.
And did what?
And lay troubled upon my bed. And my thoughts came up over my heart, for I saw the desolation of Zion.
So she's recounting the things that her foremothers went through. And then it went from the joy of who I'm attached to now the hurt of what they endured, what they were suffering from. And we're reading about Ezra's. Ezra's mind was troubled when he saw the destruction of his people. Read on.
And the wealth of them that dwelt at Babylon. And my spirit was sore moved.
And my spirit was what?
Sore moved. So that I began to speak words full of fear to the Most High.
So his spirit was troubled when he saw what his people was going through. Now she's being reconnected, and her spirit now, when she after getting over the joy, right now she's seeing, yeah, but look at what they went through. Even to the point now she's like, we don't have that kind of strength.
Right.
You know, like the scripture said, we every generation we get weaker.
Right.
We don't have that same strength to survive or go through what our forefathers went through.
Nope.
So that's a heavy thing, you know, and that's just now. I'll praise to the Most High, Lord willing, turn her to the Bible, like you said, officer.
Well, Lord willing, bro, because so far it ain't looking like it.
Yeah, but you know what? That's why they need us out on the streets.
I was going to say,
streets.
it will help because a lot of times you go teach on the street and some of them, they don't even know slavery. Like, they don't even understand basic stuff no more.
Right.
So her finding that out, you pull a couple of Deuteronomy 28 scriptures, Lord willing, to connect.
All right, sister, call the show, sister. We're going to break it down for you. If you're watching the show.
Let me get Isaiah.
Are we ever going to get off this topic right here, my brothers?
Nah, we handle this thing a little bit more.
I ain't trying to cut you off,
because you're having problems back there. We're going to go to a commercial. We're going to go to a commercial after this.
We have the team huddle.
I understand it. Hey, this will touch your heart right here, right?
Yeah. We're going to commercial after this. Yeah, go ahead and pull your scripture.
Let me get out Isaiah 34:16, because one of the reasons why we don't know our
Another
inheritance,
commercial.
we don't know our inheritance is because we've been disconnected from our inheritance. So the Bible tells us how to get reconnected back to our inheritance, but we gotta do this.
Man, it's hitting you too, ain't it?
Hey, play that music, man. These brothers are touched by this. By this sister find out she connected to Harriet Tubman.
Me.
Play the.
Come on, what we reading, bro?
Read
Isaiah 34:16.
Isaiah chapter
okay.
34, verse 16. Seek ye out of the book
Touched
of the
by an
Lord
angel.
and read.
Damn.
No one of these shall fail. None shall want a mate.
right there. No, seek ye out of the book of the Lord and read. This is how we're gonna find our inheritance. This is how we're gonna learn our inheritance. This is how we're gonna get back to who we are and be able to cross the T's and dot the I's on our inheritance and how we connect and how we know that we're Israel.
All right, hey, get a First Maccabees 251.
Very true.
First Maccabees 251. Because before we were disconnected from our heritage, our forefathers used this Bible to inspire us. Right? Let's read that.
First Maccabees chapter 2, verse 51. Call to remembrance what acts our fathers did in their time.
So now how would we be able to call to remembrance? Because we knew who we were. We were not detached, right? Like we are in this captivity. Go ahead.
So shall you receive great honor and an everlasting name.
So shall you receive great honor and an everlasting name. That's what Mattathias was using to exhort his sons during the time of the Maccabees, during the time that we warred against the Greeks. All right, hey, we're going to take a quick commercial break. Let these brothers get their spirits right. All right, and we'll be back tuned into the Lionz Den radio show.
The Messiah is a savior and a conqueror.
Joseph, follow me.
Yuri, come hither, Yuri.
Oh boy, that's a long 10 steps, bro.
Elijah Carr gotta come.
Hey, that's gonna be a fire movie.
Elijah Carr, you the runner.
Yeah,
You gotta be the runner.
Yeah. Hey,
It'll be a
make sure
fire
you
movie.
donate. www.matthew213. All right, that's not the. Why do y'all keep putting that up? I don't understand.
Oh Lord.
Come on, Elijah Carr, help him out, man.
Now you need the music.
Help
That's it for
him
the music
out.
you're talking about?
Help him out. Pull up the next article. Pull up the next article.
You know,
Hey, the soundbite guys back there just having the ball back there.
Goodness, they still back at
my
nope,
goodness.
that's not the next article. Come on,
they got
bro.
rebuked too
There we
much
go.
for the Rihanna article.
Come on, man.
So
yeah, we can play
Is
that.
that
All
what
right,
it's called?
thank you. All right, let's read that. Yeah, you gotta turn your mic on, bro. Come on, man. Y'all
we all
still
discombobulated. I don't
over
know
there at
what's
the
going on,
golf
man.
course, man.
man, oh man.
I told you.
Come on now,
about to change
dog.
tribes, man.
It says the
Come
unsolved
on,
murder
man.
of civil rights activist Harry Moore.
Hey, can you blow that up so he'll be able to read it? All right, thank you.
It says an organizer who campaigned for justice in 1940s Florida.
In 1940s, go ahead, because this is Black History Month. We're gonna give some Black history, all right, which is Israelite history. Go ahead.
Moore was among the martyrs to the cause.
Mm-hmm. Scroll down. Can you read that, or you need it up?
It's good. It's fake thing.
All right.
It was late on Christmas night, 1951, but Harry and Harriet Moore had yet to open any gifts. Instead, they had delayed the festivities in anticipation of the arrival of their younger daughter, Evangeline, who was taking a train home from Washington, D.C. to celebrate along with her sister and grandmother. The Moores had another cause for celebration. The day marked their 25th wedding anniversary, a testament to their unshakable partnership. But that night in their quiet home on a citrus grove in rural Mims, Florida, the African-American couple were fatal victims of a horrific terrorist attack at the hands of those who wanted to silence the Moors.
Mm-hmm.
At 10:20 p.m., a blast ripped apart their bedroom, splintering their floorboards, ceiling, and front porch. The explosion was so powerful that witnesses reported hearing it several miles away. Pamphlets pushing for voters' rights floated out of the house and out on the streets, earning the enmity of Florida's white supremacists as he organized the equal pay, voter registration, and justice for murdered African Americans.
So he was looking for equity. He was looking for equity for us here in the land of our captivity. Read on.
Earning enmity.
And yet, despite his immense sacrifice and the nation's initial shock at his assassination, Moore's name soon faded from the pantheon of civil rights martyrs.
Mm-hmm. Scroll up. Come on, y'all can pay attention in there. Come on, man.
Good guy.
Hey, blow it up some and stay awake.
IT wars over there.
Scroll
They're
over to,
revolting.
scroll over to the left some more. To the left. After the attack, Moore's mother and daughter knew they would be unable to get an ambulance willing to transport black victim. So nearby relatives.
No, hold on. So, because today you got 911 at the tip of your fingers, right?
Mm-hmm.
And at that time, which we're gonna read, the police, the EMS, the medical facilities, they weren't in our favor.
Right.
All right.
They were all Klan members.
Yeah,
Right.
There you go. There you go.
I'm about to say,
Yeah,
they still
read on.
not in our favor.
Yeah, well, they
Right.
You're right about that.
They were all inbred Klan members. Inbred Peckerwoods.
Overalls. Right. Overalls.
Read on.
It says, after the attack, Moore's mother and daughter knew they would be unable to get an ambulance willing to transport a black victim. So nearby relatives drove the wounded Harry and Harriet to the town of Sanford, which was more than 30 miles away on a dark 2-lane road bracketed by dense foliage.
Dense
Dense
foliage.
foliage.
You know what that is? A
Lordy.
lot of trees and bushes.
Right.
Go
A
ahead.
lot of bathrooms.
That's right.
It says Harry died shortly after arriving in the hospital. Harry would die a little more than a week later. When Evangeline arrived at the train station the next day, she didn't see her mother and father, but she saw her aunts and uncles and family members. She knew something was wrong, says Sonia Mullard, coordinator for the Harry T. and Harriet V. Moore Cultural Complex.
All right, scroll down. Scroll down. In the years.
In the years before his death, Harry Moore was increasingly a marked man, and he knew it, but he began charting this course in the 1930s when he worked tirelessly to register black voters.
When he worked what?
Tirelessly to work black voters.
You
to
know
register
what?
black-
Hold on. He worked tirelessly. Right? Get what's that? Michael 410? That what I want?
Pain of labor.
Yeah,
Bring it out.
labor to bring forth.
Let's get that. Let's get
Bring
that.
it out.
Because even though our forefathers at that time might not have had the understanding that's being revealed to us, look at the spirit that they operated in. Yeah, let's read that.
Bring it out.
The book of Micah, chapter 4, verse 10. Be in pain and labor to bring forth, O daughter of Zion, like a woman in travail. For now shalt thou go forth out of the city, and thou shalt dwell in the field, and thou shalt go even to Babylon. There shalt thou be delivered. There the Lord shall redeem thee from the hand of thine enemies.
From the hand of thine enemies. Get Zechariah 2 and 6. Who is the enemies being referred to? Let's get an understanding there.
Zechariah chapter 2, verse 6. Ho, ho, come forth and flee from the land of the north, saith the Lord. For I have spread you abroad as the four winds of the heaven, saith the Lord. Deliver thyself, O Zion, that dwellest with the daughter of Babylon.
That dwells with who?
The daughter of Babylon.
Let's get that right quick. Who is the daughter of Babylon? And then we go back to the article. Because we got to show our people who our true enemies are. Everything that we read, the Bible has already prophesied this will happen to us.
Oh, so the enemy is not the devil.
Yeah. The devil didn't slide a bomb under there, under the house, you know?
Right.
You're a white man.
Psalms.
Psalms 137.
The book of Psalms, chapter 137 and verse 7. Remember, O Lord, the children of Edom in the day of Jerusalem, who
Edom
said,
is the so-called white man. Go ahead.
who said, race it, even to the foundation thereof. O daughter of Babylon,
Oh, daughter of Babylon,
who art to be destroyed.
your future is destruction. Get it on that?
Happy shall he be
That's right.
that rewarded thee as thou hast served us.
Now you see how we reading about how they have served us. Let's go back to the article.
Damn, that's a non-Christian scripture right there.
Oh boy, that kills Christianity,
They
right?
have a seizure off
man.
that. They call it catching the Holy Ghost, though.
What kind of Bible you reading?
The KJV 1611.
That's right.
Let's go.
He later expanded his efforts into fighting injustice and lynching cases. Florida had more lynchings per capita.
Fighting injustice, yep, in lynching cases. Go ahead.
Florida had more lynches per capita than any other state at the time.
You see that? Even Mississippi. More in Florida than even Mississippi and Alabama. Go ahead. And Georgia.
Damn.
Go
Putting
ahead.
him in the crosshairs of Florida's most violent and virulent racists.
So he knew he had the target on his back. And you know what? He increased the work.
All praises.
Look at that.
Hey, he was trying to vote.
Yeah, he didn't have to
I
understand
feel
it.
sorry for give me Hosea 4. I understand.
He didn't have to understand it, but you got brothers that had understanding that he outworking a squad of brothers.
Right.
That's the point I'm trying to get to, is that we got to have that spirit on us.
Yeah, you're right. For the right reasons.
For the right reasons.
This brother
right.
was working against himself. Working hard against himself, too. Hosea 4:6. My people are destroyed for lack of knowledge.
Hey, Officer Michael, read, please.
Man, we just had a reader.
Because thou hath rejected knowledge. We don't gotta wait. What I'm saying is,
Hey, you still back at the club, ain't you?
Nah, you said it was before. I didn't know what
It's
he
the
was.
hairstyle. I'm telling you.
the brother with the lack of knowledge, if he had any kind of knowledge that, hey, you were fighting for putting up your oppressor over you, to vote and have your oppressor in. That's happened to the brother Nokoe too. He lost his life for trying to vote. I just feel sorry for the brother, man. He's fighting hard, and it was absolutely for no reason. Yeah. Only thing I give MLK was a right for us to have freedom of speech. So now we could teach the word. Right. But all the other stuff, we know we ain't agree with MLK with, or the integrating and stuff like that.
You know, all that stuff, though, all of that is just, I guess it had to play out. Like when you read Genesis 49, you ain't got to read it. You read Genesis 49 with Judah and stuff like that, choking.
No, he's right. He's right in terms of that spirit. Yeah. Now we got the spirit to do it, fight for the right thing. So we can we can appreciate the brother fighting for a cause. Yeah. He did believe that what he was fighting for was going to be the betterment for his people. I'm just trying to get inside of his head to be like, okay, if we can vote back that time, was that really gonna? If he thought that, he thought that. Yeah, I can't. I'm not gonna try to.
You know what it is too.
Slander the brother, but I'm just saying.
It shows you we limited in our resources, to actually improve ourselves.
Something in him really thought that we could vote that it was gonna be better for us. So if he thought that, I'll give it up to the brother. I'll give it up to the brother.
So now you know what? I see a comment. Get that what you pulled earlier in Job.
Hey, Nick.
Yeah, let's read that again, and we come back.
Bring it out.
Because I see a comment that said that happened so long, but that's a long time ago. Why is it important now?
I just was talking about it. Why is it important? You just explained it. Why is it important now?
Hey, I know you having one of them Deacon Asaph moments when they come in late on that BS.
Come on now, dog.
Nigga say you gonna go to Wakanda.
Come on, man.
Go ahead and read that, man. For the tardy sister that doesn't understand why we going through this. Right. Let's read it for her. She ain't the only one.
The book of Job, chapter 8 and verse 8. For inquire, I pray thee of the former age.
What does that mean, inquire?
Means to question.
Yeah, question.
Search. Look into.
Wait a minute. Is that the Bible? Right. That's telling us that? The commanding us to do that?
I'm reading Job right here.
Hey, that's Google search. So what she's saying is don't look back. So if we didn't know, we would still be fighting for trying to vote. Like idiots.
We'd still be
that's why it's important now.
You know,
right, or singing that.
We ain't got it up here. You seen that rap video with that kid?
Bruh.
That's what he said in the rap video. Yeah. He was like
about the nigga?
Yeah, let the white folks say nigga.
Yeah.
And
let them say nigga.
Yes.
They've been saying it.
It's a new exactly. But he's made the same kind of comment in one of his lyrics about, man, that was so long ago. I forgive you and your ancestors.
Right.
Brother tripping.
Wow.
Tripping.
Yeah, let them say it so they can get molly-whopped upside their head.
Tripping.
Every time they come past a real one.
Stupid.
Read that again, man.
For inquire, I pray thee, of the former age, and prepare thyself to the search of their fathers.
Read again. Read on.
For we are but of yesterday, and know nothing.
And do what?
And know nothing.
And know nothing. That's why we are searching. Go ahead.
Because our days upon earth are a shadow. Shall not they teach thee?
Shall not they what?
Shall not they teach thee?
So stop typing and listen.
That's right.
Open your Bible. Follow along. Read.
And tell thee and utter words out of their heart.
So this is why we bringing up these articles, because we got to connect you back to the Bible. We got to connect you back to who you truly are. All right, get them Christian, get that Christianity.
So we don't repeat the dumb history of trying to vote.
Right.
You probably voted for Obama.
I thought you was gonna pull a Deacon Lava right there. He's like, hey, make sure you get a paper and pencil and a notebook.
You do it.
Take notes. Right. Take notes.
100 years of study.
Right. Got 100 years knowledge on the stage.
Come on now, dog.
Zip it.
Let's go back. Let's go back.
We got a good 50 up here. We got a good 50 to study up here.
All praises. All right, where was that?
What about
Reader? Elijah, you done lost everything, man. You just
wake up.
Hey, y'all beating them down, man. The brother can't read.
Pick up that Moore was born. Come on, Moore was born.
It says Moore was born in 1905.
Hey, read. Moore was born.
Panhandle town of Houston, Florida.
My old eyes can't read over there either, man. I'm just
go ahead.
Moore was born in 1905 in the Panhandle town of Houston, Florida. His father, Johnny, owned a small shop and worked for a railroad, and died when Harry was just 9 years old. After trying to support her son as a single parent, Rosa sent Harry to live with his aunts in Jacksonville, a hub for African-American business and culture that would prove to influential on the young more. After graduating from Florida Memorial College, as today's university was then known, more likely could have made a relatively comfortable life in Jacksonville.
So now I just wanted to read that. We can cut it there because instead of living in comfort, he saw that there was a problem with his people. Now, he lacked understanding, but what he did understand and what he believed in, if he followed it up with action. All right. And he even knew he was a marked man, but you know what? He didn't let that deter him. That's called making your call in the election sure. Yeah, he didn't understand about voting at that time, but you know what? He put forth the action.
Damn, he put forth more action than them Jews that be in the crib that be typing on the computer.
The keyboard prophets.
Keyboard prophets. All right, so let's take another quick commercial break, and then we're going to come back, and we're going to get into the meat of the topic. Hey, what's the name of the show again?
It's called, ready for this?
Yeah.
Horse. All right, hatred and slander.
Hatred and slander. We had to take the first part away because IT was tripping back there, man.
Yeah,
if we'd have showed that article, man, we might have lost them for the night.
You're not gonna put an article? That was a good article too.
Hey, you know what? IT, bring it up. You want to deal with it? Bring it up,
article.
Bring out the article. Bring up Yuri's article.
While we waiting for IT?
There we go. Hey, you see how quick he got it? Come on now.
He had it in the wings, waiting.
Yeah, that's afforded it to himself.
Goodness, he had that thing on speed dial, bro.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
So, this post may offend some people, but make it make sense. Venus.
Hey, no. Come on, Micaiah. Help us out.
This post may offend some people, but make it make sense. Venus Williams recently stated that she's a virgin at age 41 and is willing to be married before having sex. She received so much backlash for remaining true to her values and beliefs. However, society tells her she's wrong. As of
society tells her she's wrong.
Message.
Wow. Wait a minute.
Wait a minute. Go ahead.
As of yesterday, Rihanna announced her pregnancy by her boyfriend.
Her what?
Her boyfriend, not husband, and she's receiving all kind of applause and congratulations.
Damn.
Now, I'm sure the baby will be beautiful. However, I'm perplexed that we'll applaud that, but not an individual who truly is sticking to her standards. Tell me why it is that we love applauding things that are not in its proper order.
It's gonna be beautiful.
Hey.
I ain't too sure about that, man.
Hey.
He look like a troll. Rihanna got an alien forehead. Maybe it might not come out looking too good.
Oh, man.
You just crushed Yuri back there, man. You just crushed him.
Rihanna's forehead is big as hell, man. Got an alien head, man.
Mike Epps.
Anyway. Hey, give me Isaiah 1 and 4, because I'm just, when it came up, man. Okay, Venus, you a virgin. That's how virgin dresses nowadays.
Right.
That's what virgins be wearing nowadays.
Hey, scroll up a little bit. I didn't pay attention to that.
Now, here's the thing, though. She's had boyfriends.
Yeah, I know she does.
So,
okay.
Because when I heard it, I was like,
well, that's hard to believe.
She says that. That's
you
heaven and earth.
What does a virgin mean?
Saying.
Yeah, a virgin mean.
Now,
that's what the world is saying. I don't believe that.
People was trying to say that she might have been gay or something because it was like she never been with a man. Wow. So that's what he was talking about, the backlash. Like they just started all kind of conspiracies.
You never know. I mean, you never know. You can't.
Like they couldn't just take it for face value and be like, you know what? That's what's up. You want to wait for marriage? Cool. That's great.
Exactly. You want to wait while you damn near naked right now? Okay. Isaiah 1 and 4.
Isaiah chapter 1 verse 4. Ah, sinful nation, a people laden with iniquity, a seed of evildoers, children that are corrupters. They have forsaken the Lord. They have provoked the Holy One of Israel unto anger. They are gone away backward.
So although she called herself a virgin, we just laden with iniquity. As soon as I seen her, I was like, look at this right here. Look how she dressed.
You saying looking at her.
Just looking at her.
Right.
Rihanna walking around with her belly hanging out because she pregnant, bruh. Man, we laden, bruh.
Right.
We laden.
You don't really see a difference what you're saying.
Not from when we look at it.
Right.
Now she had to say
sound good.
that she had not messed with nobody sexually for 41 years. That's what she's saying.
Wow.
Right.
Probably not, sister. Probably.
Well, that's what they saying in the article. Yeah. Society don't think that's what she did. Hey, get that in Sirach 19. Was it 29? Because
only one I know that did it, according to even back at that time,
I know you talking
was
about
my man AC Green, bro.
AC Green.
Jerry Curl Green.
I don't know, man. Hanging out with Magic
Lakers.
and James. James, what was it? James Worthy.
Yeah. They was
Man,
the
you
two
read
biggest
about some of them.
warmongers.
Yeah, bro.
And all them Edomites.
Having 5 cents.
Yeah. That was back in the day. That was his thing. He said, AC Green said he was a virgin, man.
Is it okay to tell y'all
What are
that I
we-
have no idea who AC Green is?
Yeah, we figured that. We figured that.
Wow.
Yeah. You excluded from this conversation.
How? No, I'm stop.
Hey, it's a new day, new time, man.
Hey,
I
put
gotta
the
go
article
on
back
Google
up.
now.
Put the article back
I
up.
kind of
man. Y'all
believe
keep
AC Green or the way he talk.
The way he was the role, like, cause he said he didn't hang out with them.
Yeah.
So he was
Yeah,
with men
yeah.
first. That what you're saying?
I don't know. I ain't
man,
say
oh,
that,
man.
bro.
Come on, get your mind out the gutter, bro. Come on, hey, read that scripture.
He was flipping the logic. He was flipping
Rock
the
chapter 19, verse 29. A man may be known by his looks.
So when you look at the two of them, to Officer Michael's point, how would you know which one ain't been touched if it wasn't for the belly hanging out? You know,
Right.
Because by the look, by the, they clothing,
Yeah.
they both worldly fashions. Go ahead.
And one that hath understanding by his countenance
Mm-hmm.
when thou meetest him. A man's attire and excessive laughter.
Attire, right? Go ahead.
And excessive laughter
Uh-huh.
and gait shew what he is.
Now, from there, I want you to jump to 2 Samuel 13. 2 Samuel 13 and 18.
Bring it out.
Because she said, back just to stack on that attire, right? You see how the sister dressed, right? Let's read that right quick.
2 Samuel chapter 13, verse 18.
Mm-hmm.
And she had a garment of diverse colors upon her.
So now this is going into Amnon, and what was her name? His sister. Absalom's sister. Tamar.
Yeah.
Amnon and Tamar. And Amnon raped Tamar, right? So now, read that again, verse 18.
And she had a garment of diverse colors upon her.
Uh-huh.
For with such robes were the king's daughters that were virgins
That were
apparel.
what?
That were virgins apparel.
That were virgins apparel. Okay, so a garment of diverse colors. You look at this sister, you don't see the modesty that you would think, okay, when I look at her, I'm going to look at her differently than when I look at one of these other sisters.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like you would approach a sister that carries herself like that in a different way. Like if you was a single brother and you was trying to holler, you would probably holler a little differently than you would somebody dressed like her or
the way
Rihanna.
she dresses probably was causing her from being married. Basically, is what you ain't nobody looking at marriage material.
Yeah, and they ain't believing that she's a virgin.
Nah, not at all. Now, I want you to pull up the comments though. So remember in the paragraph, it was saying about brother was saying about the standard, right?
Right.
About basically keeping your virginity and them kind
Yeah.
of stuff till you become till you become married, right? Blow up the first comment. Listen to what a black woman says about keeping your virginity. Scroll down to where the right there.
Yeah.
It says, who said saving your virginity is the standard?
Damn.
The black woman is like being a virgin ain't no standard.
You know why? That leads perfectly there. Hey, get that
There
in
it
Ecclesiastes.
10.
Yep. You know.
Mm-hmm.
Read that again, Elijah. Read that again, the comment.
It says, who said saving your virginity is the standard?
Who said that's a standard?
Right.
Girl, do you.
Hot girl summer.
Hot girl summer. Go ahead.
The book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 10 and verse 6.
Uh-huh.
Folly is set in great dignity, and the rich sit in low place.
Foolishness. Go ahead.
I have seen servants upon horses, and princes walking as servants upon the earth.
So the part wanted was verse 6. Read verse 6 again.
Verse
Read
6.
5 and 6 again.
Verse 5. There is an evil which I have seen under the sun, as an error which proceedeth from the ruler.
Go ahead.
Folly is set in great dignity.
Foolishness. That's what we honor today. We honor foolishness. Girl, be a thought. Get a high body count.
Oh damn, that's what's his name daughter? Steve Harvey daughter.
Damn. Yeah.
She got a body count for
Body
real.
count. She just carry bags around. Huh? just bagging brothers.
Damn, what's up with the sound effects? Like they really sleep back.
Hey, I don't know what's going on with the brothers. Hey, read the next one, man.
Hey, but the next one, I was gonna say that, man.
It says,
throw the mic at this brother here.
He's simping.
It says, how about we just mind our business
Right.
and stop worrying about who getting applaud and who not? Marriage is also a man-made concept.
Whoa! What'd he say?
Outrageous.
Marriage is also a man-made concept.
You know he a whoremonger.
Right.
Damn. It's simping all over the place.
And holy ordinance, I hope they not talking about the Bible because the book lacks major morals.
Hold on.
That's an ignorant and dumb statement. Man.
Come on,
He's not the only one. I just picked those
Entertain
two.
not fools. This dude is
Yeah.
come on, man.
It's a couple of them that kept saying that. But what he getting at though, he try because they ignorant. Like he said, it's a foolish statement. There's actually a next statement from a Christian. We ain't got to get it. She basically sided on both sides of it. And
we got to get that, bro. We got to get that. Hey, pull up the next. Pull up the next comments.
Real quick, before we get that next comment, though, this man contradicted himself with his own statement. He said marriage is a man-made concept, but then he calls it a holy ordinance, and then tried to critique the Bible. I'm confused.
So is he. He confused.
Yeah, he confused.
He making fun of what the brother said because the brother put holy ordinance at the bottom of talking about marriage.
Yeah,
so that's what he
he's
quoted.
saying.
Yeah,
Saying, holy ordinance. Hope you're talking about the Bible.
Right. So he clapping at that dude for putting that.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Hey, get the next one. Yeah. Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah.
All right, blow that up.
Says,
the black women got to leave a whole book.
Hey, you already know, bro. You already know.
Northern Kingdom.
It says, I believe both women are in their right. I believe in their bodies, their rights, and their decisions. I think it's beautiful that one finds empowerment in preserving herself for marriage.
Come on now, dog.
I also think it's beautiful that another woman chooses to bring life into this world. The life we live as Christians is meant to be how we lead our lives and how we live with God in our mind.
Stop. Just stop it.
You know what I
We don't even have to read the rest of this.
Nope.
She's stupid. Hey, get James 1 and 8, man.
He's stupid.
Dumb, bro.
Bring another niggard into the world.
Bruh. And that's what Christianity does. Christianity leaves our people so dumb. You know?
Book of James, chapter 1, verse 8.
Don't A$AP Rocky wear dresses?
Yes, he does. They probably trade skirts.
He wore a dress. Oh, man.
Oh, yeah. Back in I remember Bishop Kanai said that, talked about that years ago when a hot box school was talking about A$AP Rocky. He was one of the first one wearing dresses.
Yeah.
James chapter 1, verse 8.
That's what Christianity does to you, though. And there's no mistaking why leadership smashes Christianity over and over and over again. Because if you, like you said, it's 2022. If you still believing in that foolishness, they need to record themselves and then go back and listen to themselves speak, man. Goodness. Go ahead, read that.
It says, a double-minded man.
A what?
A double-minded man.
Read it again from the top, Officer Micaiah.
I believe both women are in their rights. I believe in their bodies, their rights, and their decisions. I think it's beautiful that one finds empowerment in preserving herself for marriage. I also think it's beautiful that another woman chooses to bring life into this world.
Read that verse again.
A double-minded man is unstable in all his ways.
That's what Christianity do. It had you unstable as hell, man. You can't even create a sane thought.
Right. Confusion.
All right, take that. Just come on, get that thing up.
You see what I say, right?
What? No, all right, go back. Officer want to make a point, man.
They got you.
Just blow it up. Blow it up.
Yeah. We're not playing that commercial, man. I don't know why I even got that
scroll
up there,
down,
bro.
Just scroll down. Where it says Christianity does not give you a pass to govern how another being goes about themselves. In fact, the same judgment doesn't coincide with that good Christian standard.
Damn.
Christians don't read the Bible.
Not at all. I don't even want to address this foolish sister no more. Lord willing, she come into the clubhouse room. Lord willing, she came into the clubhouse room, get a pencil, get a pen, and just take notes. Hey, come on, let's pull up the next article. Nope. We going into the topic. Why do they keep going to that?
I think they just like to look at your face. I don't know.
Goodness. Hey,
that's not even in there.
Come on, man. Come on.
Virgil D. Hawkins?
Rich Eisen. The shocking video. Come on.
Oh, Rich, you got some Rich Eisen?
Come on. No,
Bring it out.
The one that, there we go. Let's go.
Finally.
Go. All right. Now, this is about 4 minutes long. Let's just play it, and then we'll deal with the comments. Yeah? Yank?
It is eye-opening, to say the least. It is shocking, to say the least. And on top of it, I kept trying to put myself in his shoes. Think about it. Put yourself in this man's shoes, okay? Put yourself in this man's shoes. You're sitting at home, and you're getting ready to interview with the New York Giants. And you're probably sitting there thinking, at some point, I can't believe I don't have a job in Miami anymore. I mean, I just coached the Miami Dolphins to back-to-back winning seasons for the first time since 2003.
Hey, pause.
And
Hold on
and I did.
That's almost 20 years ago.
Right.
They've been perpetual losers
since Dan Marino.
Damn.
Golly.
And he comes into the
83.
picture, and now they got a chance to win. Go ahead.
It this year after starting 1-7, first team in the history of the NFL, lose 7 in a row and win 7 in a row in the same season. And when Brian Flores got fired a couple of weeks ago, that was the surprise. That was the shocker. That was the eyebrow raiser. And the reason that was given publicly by Stephen Ross, the owner of the Miami Dolphins, and I'm paraphrasing here, was essentially there were communication problems. And you're sitting there and you think you can maybe get a job with the New York Giants, and you're from the Brownsville section of New York City. I mean, when we interviewed Brian Flores this year, he had that thick New York accent going on. This is his hometown. Yep. So the New York metropolitan area, for him to land in this job with the New York Giants, that would be what one would say monumental for him personally and professionally. And you get a text from your former coach up in New England, Bill Belichick. You look down at your phone and he's congratulating you on the job. And you're wondering, wait a minute, I'm interviewing for this thing. I got a dinner coming up. Did you hear something I didn't hear? He said. And he mentioned that, he's interviewing with the Giants on Thursday because Belichick texted him Giants with a bunch of question marks and exclamation points. He says, I think I got a shot at it. Got it. I hear from Buffalo and NYG that you are their guy. Hope it works out if you want it. And then he begins to realize that maybe Belichick's got the wrong Brian. It's Daboll, not Flores. He asks him, Coach, you talking to Brian Flores or Brian Daboll, just to make sure? And he wrote back, sorry, I blanked this up. I double checked and misread the text. I think they're naming Daboll. I'm sorry about that, BB. And all you can write back is like, okay, thanks, Bill. And you're thinking, oh my God. Belichick, who is, obviously tight with the Giants organization. Joe Judge gets hired there. And they reach out to Belichick, I'm sure, in the past. And you figure he's got this lock solid information. And, the question is not, him maybe messing up that he's texting the wrong Brian, that he misread the text he got from somebody else. And he thought it was Flores. It was really Daboll. And now, And you're thinking, I'm now, going to go through this interview? Why am I going through this interview? And why do they want to interview me? Yeah. And you're thinking about it. Okay, it's got to be the color of my skin. There's a rule. They got to check a box.
Pause. Hold on a second. So we got a couple of more videos, but I want to set this up because when we open the phone lines, somebody get that number. When we open the phone lines, we want you to call in and share your experiences. If you've had a similar experience like this, where you going on an interview and it's like going through the motions.
Right. It's going to be hard for him to win a case still. It's not going to be.
It might be.
It's going to be hard because all they're going to say is that, Belichick don't know us like that. We're going to change our mind. Maybe we changed our minds.
Belichick is always having inside information.
Right. Always. Just like he did on the Eagles.
They can never. I'm talking about. I was talking to Micaiah. They're going to have to be able to prove that. They're going to be able to prove that Belichick had inside information and he really knew. He has to prove
but it ain't
that.
A criminal case.
It's going to be easy for them to. He's going to sue. He's suing the NFL.
Mm-hmm. That's the hard
He's suing
part
the NFL.
right there.
So he has to prove, based off that text, that's what the Giants were 100% doing.
No, and it's not solely based on the text, right? Because what you can establish with the NFL is pattern and practice. Based on the pattern and practice that the NFL has with head coaching positions, for instance, we covered this on Sunday as well. Since the Rooney Rule was introduced in like 2003,
right.
At the time there were 3 black head coaches. Now in the NFL there's 1 black head coach. So the Rooney Rule has worked. It has not worked at all to try and implement black head coaches or black front office workers. That would be your managers, your coordinators, your head coaches, your owners, things of that nature. That does not translate in terms of fair and equitable hiring practices, and that's what Brian Flores is his lawsuit is about.
Now the Rooney Rule is just we got to interview.
Yeah, that's
the Rooney Rule ain't we got to hire.
No, not. But that's not the point of his lawsuit. Not that they didn't stick by the Rooney Rule, but that in general their hiring practices are discriminatory against blacks.
Hey, I want to read something right quick because this is research we did. It says the NFL has been in existence since 1920. Only 24 black head coaches ever since 1920. Ever.
Damn. And that's compared to how many white coaches do we know?
Well, there's 32 teams.
Right.
That's crazy.
So,
Ain't no way, boy.
Not even every team has hired a black coach.
Correct.
And you haven't had one every year.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And it mirrors the same pattern like with CEOs in the business world.
Right.
But many of us experience the same thing. You get a job, you outperform your job, and you doing better works than those that are ruling over you, your managers and stuff like that. They're not going to put you in that position.
Because you're overqualified.
That's what they might tell you.
Hey, Captain OC brought it out on Friday. He might what he doing is honorable because I'm talking about him winning the case. He might not win the case,
right.
But it may force them now to start hiring black coaches.
Yeah.
One.
That's because even if so, it'll be a double win if he wins the case. If he wins the case, that's proof. Then you would now have to start hiring black coaches because they'll be sitting in that same box. So it's gonna be interesting to see what's gonna happen with this.
Hey,
they'll hire him for a year or two in firm.
Hey, that's exactly what I was thinking.
They might just do that.
That's exactly.
Then it'll be a new case saying, "Look at the track record.
Months.
Yeah,
black coach only lasts 1 year."
Hey, we got some proof of that though already. We got some proof of that. Hey,
Yep.
get Amos 1-11 because what it's not going to do. It don't matter what you draw up in law. You're still not going to change the spirit of it.
Right.
You're talking about 32 owners.
Yeah, exactly.
Hey, that's a minimum of 32 owners. There's some teams that you have an owner group. Like if all of us was in the owner group, so you still have many more that have that attitude. Right. And you got to think about it. These same men, they have businesses. Their teams aren't their sole or their primary source of business.
Right, they own other things.
Like Robert Kraft.
Mark Cuban.
And Kraft Foods, right. Cuban and stuff like that. I remember, what was it, the drunk German woman that used to own the Cincinnati Reds. They called
Shot.
Yeah, Eric Davis, her $1 million nigga.
Yeah.
Back in the day.
Wow.
Yeah, she did. She was left a fortune because her husband, I think, sold bricks.
Didn't they force her out?
Just think about that. How many bricks you sell, bruh?
Not the young
Just
Jeezy
money.
bricks.
No, not them bricks. Not them bricks. No. And even if he was, he would have been,
right,
protected.
Right. Not the Pablo Escobar bricks.
Nah,
talking about mortar, brick and mortar.
Brick and mortar.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, pull up that. I want you to read that voice. Read that scripture, but pull up the Urban Meyer. Look at the scroll down till you see Urban Meyer's face. Do y'all even know who that is? I gotta assume they know. No, I gotta make sure IT knows, so they know which article to pull up.
No, they only know Rihanna. Rihanna and what's the name?
Yeah, they only know Rihanna.
I was about to say, you got a Georgia Bulldog in there. He should know.
Right, come on.
That was a shot right there.
Yeah. Read that. Read that.
Old enough for Urban
Read that
Myers,
script.
man.
The book of Amos, chapter 1 and verse 11. Thus saith the Lord, for 3 transgressions of Edom, and for 4
I will not turn away the punishment thereof, because he did pursue his brother with the sword, and did cast off all pity. And did cast off all pity. And his anger did tear perpetually, and he kept his wrath forever.
They already got that spirit, man. They got that spirit of how they deal with us. So you can put in whatever laws you want to, and they're going to circumvent that thing. If you say, well, you got to hire a black coach for 3 years, 3 years and 1 day, you out.
Right.
You out.
If laws changed the minds of people, we wouldn't even know who Ruby Bridges was.
They can pay him. They're not the coach. They're not the one to coach.
I still don't know who that is. I still don't know who Ruby Bridges is. Who was Ruby Bridges?
Ruby Bridges was the first young black girl who was put into a school to integrate. They had to have the National Guard bring her into the school just so she could be able to integrate. That's what. That's the point I was getting at. Is the laws don't change, just like Officer Kimmy said. Laws don't change your spirit.
Right.
They gonna remain, just like the Bible say that they have a perpetual hatred for us.
Right. You know, a little girl from the video they show, and they was yelling at her and stuff. Yeah. She was walking to school by herself. That's what we talking about.
I'm sorry, man. I just retardation to me, bro. I'm gonna go integrate and be instead of staying in, because I know the old dude that taught me how to play golf was a black dude, and he told me about integration. And he had a barbershop, and when they started integration, the black lady said to him, "I'm gonna go down to the white man barbershop to get my hair cut." We had all kind of stuff. People back at that time that was living, they knew integration was dumb as hell.
Exactly.
Barbershops, we had buses, we had all kind of stuff. So a lot of people know that wasn't the way to go. So I just think about why would the parents put her through that? Just to sit down in a white classroom. Right. Feel like we accomplished something. But like he said, the spirit of fighting for what's right is a thing that we can gain for that. They didn't know what the right thing to do.
Well, you got to think about it too. At that time, we were in schools just like it is today, where we do not get the same education as Esau. Esau, a lot of times, they get way better education. At the time, they was complaining about books that's way out of date that black folks was getting hand-me-downs from Esau.
Right.
So that's probably the mindset that their parents had. But
again, at that time, okay, we had bad education, right? But we had Black Wall Street.
Right.
We didn't need, they didn't understand. No. To your point, you're making a good point. Their mindset wasn't there. Like, we don't need them. We smarter than them without whatever they think that they was teaching.
Right.
Black Wall Street was just...
We still in that mindset today.
Exactly.
Like we need them.
Same thing with I go to the Negro League, stuff like that. Why are we trying to join their leagues?
Hey, you know, that's actually heavy that we had a Negro Leagues back then. You can't even do that.
But it was about the money, though. They wasn't getting paid. They wasn't getting paid nothing.
Money without them.
That's right.
No, the Negro Leagues?
Yes.
I think they were. I don't know. I don't know.
NBA.
Because if they was, that's even more retarded. If that's a word.
I doubt they was getting the same money because endorsements and stuff.
That's why I think it was I think Jackie Robinson was gonna make way more in MLB.
Right.
Because he came from Negro Leagues.
Right. Eventually, but when you stay with them for so long, when that organization would have stayed long enough, they would have started getting revenue. Like they was, what I'm saying?
I think we money hungry, man. I think it was enough money to take care of your family, but they wanted to get more money.
Oh damn, that's what's that, Psalms? When you saw the prosperity?
Yeah.
Psalm 73.
Yeah. That's what was it Asaph or King David saying that? Yeah. I think it was Asaph. I think that was a song of Asaph, I think.
Like I was saying, a lot of people weren't with that Martin Luther King coming together BS, like he was saying. You know what I'm saying?
The old dude told me, man.
They want to show that history where they wasn't trying to segregate.
You are right, because the same time period, you got like the Panthers that's separating. You have people that's separating, doing for their own.
Yeah, they wasn't with it.
In the midst of that, but all we ever get is the whole come together feeling of it.
There you go.
From black people. Meanwhile, you had black people who was standing on their own.
You know why?
Bring it out.
Because you still ended up in church on Sunday.
There it is.
Yeah.
White Jesus. Little baby white Jesus.
That's the maintenance.
Yeah.
That's the maintenance on the black man.
Yeah. Or what Bishop Yawasop, see, I almost slipped up. Hell no. Bishop Yawasop be saying they be walking around with an IV to them. This is a drip needle, like.
Right.
Yeah.
Keep them sleep.
Yeah.
Right.
Exactly.
Yep. Hey, let's read that article right there.
The 13 worst coaching tenures in the NFL history.
Mm-hmm. Well, we know. You see where Urban Meyer is.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Nick Saban was terrible NFL coach.
Hey, you in the spirit. We got that. We got that too.
Hugh Jackson, Urban Meyer, and Bobby Petrino. Scroll down.
Hugh Jackson. That's well. You go ahead. Go ahead. Obviously.
The conclusion of the NFL regular season inevitably triggers an annual personal bloodletting, as head coaches who fail to meet great expectations are dismissed. So as this year's class of fired coaches takes shape, and those unfortunate figures are cast overboard as flotsam and jetsam, Touchdown Wire decided to rank the most disastrous coaching tenures in league history. Hugh Jackson, Urban Meyer, and Bobby Petrino are just a few of the coaches who embarked with lofty goals only to watch them unravel in front of the entire sports
world. So now
here's
the disclaimer on Hugh Jackson. Hugh Jackson had one season in Oakland. That was it. One season.
Right.
And he tried to change it. You can't change a culture in one season. Meanwhile, you have an Edomite that spent many seasons. The white people call him Chucky.
Right.
And he ain't done jack diddly. He's an under 500 coach who only has a Super Bowl ring because he got a team from Tony Dungy.
That was already there.
Meanwhile, Tony Dungy went to Indianapolis and gave Peyton a ring. So he gave two Edomites a ring.
Right.
Just off of that alone.
Chucky.
So when they put Hugh Jackson in there, there's some misconception. And Hugh Jackson came out with Brian Flores explaining that they didn't pay him to tank, but basically you're going to rebuild, meaning you're not going to have a winning season.
Yeah.
So he was saying 4 years into the contract, 2 years is rebuilding. What do you expect? So that's kind of messed up to throw him in there with the whole Bobby Petrino, who lifelong college football coming to the league. Yeah. He was garbage. Wow. Urban Meyer's garbage. And even we was talking about it, Lane Kiffin. Lane Kiffin was horrible.
What's the name?
And he coached.
What's the name's son?
He had great jobs in college and in the pros. And was trash.
Trash. Damn.
Go ahead.
Hey, go from there. We ain't got to read the list. Get the Mark Jackson one. We're going to show you that it's not.
I was just going to say, Mark, the same thing happened with Mark Jackson.
Exactly.
Oh, they did him dirty.
We showing you that it's not.
And he still ain't got no job.
Exactly.
It's not just football. It's across the board in life because we're going to see the same thing happen in the NBA, and the same thing happens to us on a regular basis.
Yeah.
Right.
Go ahead. Pull that one up with Mark Jackson. There you go. Let's read that.
Mark Jackson says Warriors' narrative has kept him from second coaching chance, but it's a lot more than that.
I'm trying to see what the narrative is.
Blow it up, blow it up. Mark Jackson is not coaching the NBA since the Golden State Warriors fired him after the 2013-2014 season. On the surface, you could argue that's surprising. Typically, a coach whose 3-year tenure coincided with a long, pitiful franchise turning into a 50-win playoff team who laid a defensive foundation upon which a dynasty was built would be a hot commodity. But Jackson's Golden State run isn't remembered for the things he did right. It's remembered for the things he did wrong. Over the years, the perception...
They sucked, too. They sucked before he got there.
Right. He made them
just
great.
like the Dolphins, they sucked before he got there.
He drafted three superstars.
Right.
Curry, the other shooter, and then the big Draymond Green.
Curry came out in the second round.
They're still on their team now.
He built the team that won all them things. That's crazy.
Hey, we gonna move to the next one.
Patrick Ewing been an assistant coach on every NBA team, I think, man.
Right.
Bro, he been an assistant on every team, I think, bro.
Right.
They ain't giving him no job.
But you know what the perception was? Basically, they slandered him and saying he wasn't good in the front office as far as a communication.
Get the Rob Parker Rips Tiki Barber.
Like you don't have disagreements, you know what I'm saying, in the office. You know how many of them coaches I've seen look at Bobby Knight.
Throwing chairs.
Yep.
Bobby Knight's throwing chairs and got a legacy.
Hey, it was a coach at Rutgers that was literally kicking the players. These is college players. He was literally kicking. He was a basketball coach. You remember that? Cussing them out and kicking them, bro.
It's because he's white.
Hell no. You had a dude at Iowa State after a game, white coach. They went to a play the opposing team. He went to a college party, got caught, pictures, everything, drinking, drunk, everything. Larry Eustace.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I remember that name.
Found another job.
Yep.
Hey, he was in a party kicking it with them. Petrino did something with an assistant or something like that.
Hey, think about this. A white cop can kill one of us He can't be a police officer at that department anymore in the city, but he can go somewhere else to get a job. Right.
Get
So
a
it's
raise.
the same thing, bro.
Right, it's the same.
It's the same thing.
Remember, we only kill black people.
Right. We only kill black people. Remember that?
Damn.
Hey, play that video. Play that
Right
video.
now, we're going to go back somewhat to this Brian Flores situation, because this is a story that's not going away. This isn't a one-time story. You talk about one day and then it fades away. He is suing the NFL alleging racism. And one of the teams in the suit, Rob, it's three of them. He is essentially the whole league.
Right,
But
but
he
three
names
individual
the Giants,
teams, right.
Giants for interviewing him when they had no intention of hiring him, and they already made up their mind to hiring Brian Daboll. Denver, and who's the other team that's named? Obviously Miami. And so Tiki Barber, who of course had a tremendous career with the Giants, was a great running back, and now he's in our business, Rob.
Right. They're on the Fan in New York, him and Brandon Tierney, who I used to work with, Chris, at ESPN Radio in New York. Brandon and I had a short-lived radio show
in
New York.
And they were talking about, obviously, the situation, and Tiki Barber really stood up for the Giants and the Mara family, the owners, and got emotional about it. Here he is.
I know them intimately. So when I say I don't believe they're racist, it's because I know they're not. And yeah, they don't have the right head coach, the black head coach, even though there's black players. They don't have a black general manager or a black coordinator. I know they're not a racist organization.
Right now.
And so for Dwayne to try to boil me into saying something that's not true, it's frustrating because you don't know my truth. And you don't know my
You don't know my truth. That sounds like when we're on the streets. You don't know. God speaks to me, and he speaks to you different than he speaks to me. It sound like you ought to be on Clubhouse.
Right. He know my heart.
Right. It's my truth. Go ahead, Reno. Well, play that.
Hey, just based off color, a black coach is better than a white coach. Just based off the color. Just knowing that you, my people, are going to play harder and better for you than I would a white man.
Hell no.
Off top.
Hell no.
That's what you call a play.
Go ahead.
Play. Giants organization.
All right, Rob.
Chris, I'm going to say this.
Passionate about
and I'm not, I'm just going to, I'm going to go for this. Shame on Tiki Barber. Shame on Tiki Barber. I'm glad you got so passionate and so worked up about defending the Maras. And whether or not, I'm not here to call them racist, Chris, or whatever you want to say. But it's been 100 years in this league of unfair and disgraceful hiring practices. Even so bad that they had to implement a rule called the Rooney Rule, which would force white owners to even interview black people. To interview them, Chris. You know why?
Right, not to hire them.
Not to hire them, to
give 'em a
interview them,
shot.
because coaching cycles went on and on and on, and people were hired, and guess what? No black people were even interviewed. I'm glad you're so emotional for the Maras. I wish you were that emotional for the plight of the black coaches.
Damn.
Okay, Rob.
But Brian Flores doesn't matter to you. Neither does Eric Bieniemy or Byron Leftwich. Okay? What you got to do is go out of your way to talk about how they treat you. Smokescreen the story. Steal the story. Be mad because people aren't happy about the Giants' hiring practices. That's right. Protect that suite and the party invite and the Christmas party, Chris, and the giveaways and all that.
Hey, you know what this is,
Tiki
right?
doesn't care.
This whole thing is, this is a whole integration fight all over again.
Damn.
We fighting to be integrated with their sports leagues and saying, you know what, we made enough money. Let's go create our own league.
Bring it out.
But the thing with this, how Esau got this, it'll never happen because we love money too much.
Right.
We love money too much. to really go forth and do with that. Ice Cube doing a little bit with the big three, but that's not, the money comparison is not even close to do it on a pro level. And they still come, ain't the USFL coming back or something like that?
Yeah, they got another league.
Leagues are still coming back, but it's all Esau at the head again. We can do it if we wanted to, but we're just not going to do it. Because the players ain't going to, the players won't play for six figures.
Right. Nah.
Which is crazy. Any of us were like, hell yeah, I'll work for six figures. They won't play for six figures. They got to play for millions. They won't do it.
Hell, the players back in the
Boy, ain't
day,
no way, boy.
They would love to play now. To back up your point, like Charles Barkley, they would love to play now. Right. They get max $100 million contracts.
Bro. Not even.
Hey, we try to get a caller.
Go ahead and let that call through. Go ahead and open the phone lines.
I'm parking, man.
Go ahead and open the phone lines. Get the numbers 863-877-0693. Go ahead and open up the phone lines. If you've ever been in this position in your job where you performed, maybe even outperformed what your job title was. All right, let's let that call through. Hey, shalom, caller. What's your name and where you calling from?
Hey, shalom, shalom.
Hey,
my
shalom.
name is Captain OC.
Hey, Captain OC.
The
captain.
I know your phone is burning up right now. You turning over in your seat right now.
Man. Hey, man. I've been bringing it out. All praises. Hey, I want to hit on Tiki Barber real quick. Y'all don't say it a lot, but I got to hit on Tiki Barber first.
Tear up, Tiki.
Hey, hold on, boy. Hold on. I got these kids here. But what y'all was going over with the coaches, it's the same thing that a lot of y'all probably heard before. Being black in America, you got to be 2 times as good to get half the opportunities of a white man. That's what you see here in all the different articles and videos that y'all showing so far. But with Tiki Barber, I want y'all to play that video of Malcolm X talking about the house nigga and the field Negro.
That part.
Because what you see right here is a house Negro defending his master.
Mm-hmm.
Play that video.
Hey, go ahead and play that video.
Slavery. And I'll let y'all bring it out. I'm out. Hey, keep bringing it out. All praise.
All praise.
Slaves. They didn't kill him. They sent some old house Negro along behind him to undo what he said. You have to read the history of slavery to understand this. There were 2 kinds of Negroes. There was that old house Negro and the field Negro. And the house Negro always looked out for his master. When the field Negroes got too much out of line, he held them back in check. He put them back on the plantation. The house Negro could afford to do that because he lived better than the field Negro. He ate better, he dressed better, and he lived in a better house. He lived right up next to his master in the attic or the basement. He ate the same food his master ate and wore his same clothes. And he could talk just like his master. Good diction. And he loved his master more than his master loved himself. That's why he didn't want his master hurt. If the master got sick, he'd say, "What's the matter, boss? We sick?" When the master's house caught a fire, he'd try and put the fire out. He didn't want his master's house burned. He never wanted his master's property threatened. And he was more defensive of it than the master was. That was the house Negro. But then you had some field Negroes who lived in huts, had nothing to lose. They wore the worst kind of clothes, they ate the worst food, and they caught hell. They felt the sting of the lash. They hated their master. Oh, yes, they did. If the master got sick, they prayed that the master died. If the master's house caught a fire, they prayed for a strong wind to come along. This was the difference between the two. And today you still have house Negroes and field Negroes. I'm a field Negro.
All praises. So, hey, go back and play that again, the part with Tiki Barber.
He's a field Negro. Him and his twin brother Rondé.
Hey, and which one of those kings? I know it's in Kings.
2 field Negroes.
The 2nd Kings, where he said, which one built the altar that looked after the same pattern? He said he had a father-son relationship with the oppressor.
I know who you're talking about.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I know who you're talking
about. I thought it was like 16. Maybe I'm looking past it.
Give me Ecclesiastes 7:7.
Yeah, get that right quick while Officer bring that out.
Tiki Coon Barber.
Hey, and get that picture of Tiki Barber wife.
Yeah, it's Ahaz.
Ahaz.
Second King 16.
It is 16, ain't it?
Yeah.
Bring out
16
the
and what?
beast. He got a beast for a wife.
16, 7, and 8.
Ecclesiastes 7 verse 7. Listen to y'all brothers talk.
Ecclesiastes chapter 7 verse 7.
Envy thou.
Surely oppression maketh a wise man mad, and a gift destroyeth the heart.
Hey, so Rob Parker is mad, bruh.
Right.
Rob Parker sees the oppression, and he is mad. He is mad at a brother that's envying his oppressor. Tiki Barber talking about, I know they ain't racist.
How did he know? He locked in, bro.
And based off the Rooney Rule, they tearing them up. If the Rooney Rule didn't have to be instituted, how can you not think they were racist?
Message.
Way back when he played, 2003.
Right.
I knew it, bro. I knew it. Oh,
that's the new.
Yeah, that's the new. That's the upgrade.
You got to see the first one.
That's his upgrade.
So before that, he still had a pink toe.
Let's see.
Get the first one. Get the first one.
Yeah, get the first wife.
Maybe he ran from the.
Get the first wife.
He was with a K woman.
Get the first wife.
We're gonna see.
Get the first
All
wife.
you gotta do is type in his name and spouse.
That's a destination right there. Who was Tiki Barber?
Bang!
Oh,
a long time. Before Jeezy, there was Tiki.
Hey. He had no love for his people, man.
Who else? Terrence Howard too, right?
Damn.
Terrence Howard too.
Hey, you got to throw Dave Chappelle.
Pull his brother up.
Dave Chappelle,
He got a twin brother.
Chappelle, yeah.
Dave Chappelle.
I don't know who the brother is.
Rondé.
Yeah, brother. He got a twin brother.
Yeah.
He got a twin brother.
All right. So now, hey, get First Maccabees 1:11.
Pancake. I got pancake. That's what he likes.
You're tough in the game.
There it is.
Yeah, we're gonna get you, Chappelle, bro. You ain't for your people, bro. You got you. Who he stood up for? LGBT? That's who he stood up for.
I don't know, man.
Nah, he was getting on their ass.
He was getting on it.
Shut your white mouth.
Sucks. He got on them and turned around, and at the end of it, was supporting them.
Yeah, talk about his friend.
Yeah.
How can you go to Africa and come back and marry that? Did he go to Africa? So I'm getting my mind right.
He was married to that before Africa.
Yeah.
She look like the one that paint the sister's nails, man.
Hey, go ahead and open the phone lines.
She's in one of his sketches. He pretend like he leaving his wife, and he talking trash to the white girl, and he bring out a private jet, and they get out the jet and walk over to the limo. His wife gets out. She's like, "What?" He's like, "You thought I was leaving this?"
So you see where he left Moab for Esau.
Yeah.
And get that script ready, Elijah.
Call us on Rob Parker. That's you.
All right, go ahead and answer the phone. Go ahead and answer the phone. Hey, Shalom caller, what's your name and your question or comment?
Shalom leadership. This brother Yaakov from IUIC Philly. What's going on?
Hey, what's going on, brother?
Shalom, sir.
Hey, is this ever you ever been in a situation like that where you outperformed and you caught hell for it?
Yeah, I witnessed it. I was a part of this too for other reasons. But the brother came in. I was a line cook for this restaurant in Eastville, pretty much. And the brother came in, applied for the sous chef, got it, and was put on the line to kind of like learn the ropes. Like a month and a half later, Esau came and got the job, and the same brother that applied for the job and got hired for had to train Esau for the sous chef.
Right.
And we would just talk about it. We're like, wow, that's America, man. They get everything from us, and then they're gonna do all the hard work because we was young. We tried to come up in the restaurant game, and Esau came and just took it right from under us.
Hey, you know what? So, and let me ask you this, because I know my wife was in the restaurant business for years, and she was not formally trained, but she raised up to one of the higher positions in the kitchen, and she said that these the people that would come out of like the schools, the culinary schools, she would always talk about they didn't know a damn thing about working in the kitchen.
No. Yeah.
Is that a true statement?
It just a lot of times they just get that privilege to get that title, and then when they bring that to the interview, they get the job off of that because the guy that came in really didn't know what he was doing. And it was just sad to see my brother kind of train him for the job that he got hired for, and he just got put on the line to just do the grunt work.
Damn.
Yeah. And it just goes back to Jackie Robinson, too, because like the brother was saying, he pretty much took a paycheck to play for the white man. When we was doing it, we had our own thing. We had our own everything, own bus, airports, schools, hospitals, and it just took one coon to shut all that down and make us all want to be a part of the white man system because it had better air conditioned buses and planes and leaves, and now we destroy it all together now because of that.
Damn.
But that's all I wanted to say.
All right. Hey, we appreciate you for watching. Hey, stay strong, bro. Stay strong.
Yes, sir.
The sacrifice blessed. Hey, get that in no, we didn't read that yet, did we? Get that in First Maccabees. Yeah, read that.
First Maccabees chapter 1, verse 11.
It's Tiki Barber.
In those days went there out of Israel wicked men.
What kind of men?
Wicked men.
Go ahead.
Who persuaded many, saying, let us go and make a covenant with the heathen that are round about us. For since we departed from them, we have had much sorrow.
Hey, I don't know how to survive without Esau, man. I don't know how to survive without the master. Go ahead and answer that. Hey, Shalom, caller. What's your name, question, or comment?
Go ahead, talk to me. Hello.
Shalom.
Go ahead, talk. Hello?
Yeah, we can hear you. Hey, turn down your listening device. It's a little feedback.
I'm here, look. I'm sorry?
Yeah, go ahead.
My name is Esther. We always listen to your show. It's my 10-year-old who's excited and he wanted to call. He dialed the number, and then after that he gave me the phone, but I was, trying to get things ready for tomorrow.
Okay.
We are sisters. We are actually Levi family.
So let me ask you a question. You ever had a job and you did well on the job, but somebody else got rewarded better than you?
Oh, all the time.
All the time.
We always come off on the bottom, no matter what. Yep. I experienced it all my life in America.
Yeah.
You never get treated equally. Injustice everywhere. Even at the state, I was working. And, actually during COVID, let me give you a true story that happened. I have to tell the truth anyway. What happened, I was working during COVID, so they pretend that, they weren't getting enough patients, so I have to get laid off. So they choose me, actually, and they were hiring other people, and they're promoting a white woman who has less experience than I am. Yeah. I called everywhere. I called the mayor's office. I even called trying to get a lawsuit out of them. Nobody. The mayor never picked up my call.
Wow.
And, it's basically a foreigner like me against a white woman. The head of HR is white. I cannot tell you how much.
Okay. So it sounds like you share a similar experience.
How disappointed I was with America.
Right.
There is no justice. That's why I believe in the Bible even stronger, and I truly believe we are the true people of this book. We are the true Israelites, the true Jews. So I've seen it all my life here in America.
Okay. All praises. Hey, thanks for that, sis. Keep listening and supporting, all right? Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead and answer.
IT, pick up the phone.
IT, all right. Hey, Shalom, caller. What's your comment or question? And your name?
I think they hung up the phone.
I think they hung up. They was tired of waiting.
Lord have mercy.
All right, hey, get that. Oh, okay. What's your you there?
Oh, IT dropped the ball again.
Hey, call back, caller.
Lord have mercy.
Hey, while we waiting on that call, get that 2 Kings 16 and 6 and 7.
Book of 2 Kings, chapter 16, verse 6.
Mm-hmm.
At that time.
All right, let's go ahead and get that call.
Just call back quick.
Yeah. Hey, Shalom, family. What's your name, question, or comment?
Shalom. This is Ale Israel. I just wanted to comment on training somebody better, you know, you're working better than them, and then somebody else gets the job.
Right, right. What's your experience?
So I was working at Kroger, and I was in position to become the supervisor, and they said that they hire in-house. So they ended up hiring a white guy from grocery, and I was in nutrition. And grocery and nutrition and Kroger are two different things. Like grocery is just the main, go around, get your groceries. Nutrition is over there by the produce and everything like that. So you have to know exactly what you're doing, because people from health fitness and stuff will come over there, ask you questions about the product, and then you basically sell the product for them. So I had to train him on something that I was already doing and set up stages. The stages was to help the produce and the nutrition get more money, and I was helping do that as well as training him to do my job. So
wow. So you had more specialized training or knowledge than he did.
yes, I was there for, I want to say, a year and a half, and then the supervisor that was over me had ended up leaving. They said, "Oh, we're going to hire in-house." I automatically thought that, oh, okay, well, I'm already here, and the nutrition section is making more money because we have the quarterly and annually sales that we do. And we were showing like, okay, the grid is going up in nutrition. It was only me and another person. It was only two people in nutrition. It was me and it was another girl, and she was part-time. I was full-time. So, yeah.
Wow.
After that, after I trained him, I was like, yeah, you know what? I quit. And I just walked off the floor. And they were looking crazy, like, what? But, like, yeah, I'll put the black.
Now they had to hire two people, huh?
Yeah, you said you quit.
That's all I wanted to comment
You said
on.
after you trained him, you quit.
After he got the job.
Yeah,
You should have trained him to do all the wrong stuff and then quit.
All right, keep supporting.
I didn't train him that good, but
Okay,
I trained him
all
enough
praises.
to do the job.
Yeah.
All right.
All praises. Hey, keep supporting, sis. So long. Hey, so we see this as a theme. That's why I wanted to bring that out. Brian Flores, this is the example we're using right now, but this happens to us all the time. Right. This is not new. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, read that Second Kings.
2 Kings chapter 16, verse 6. At that time, Rezin, king of Syria, recovered Elath to Syria and drave the Jews from Elath. And the Syrians came to Elath and dwelt there unto this day. So Ahaz sent messengers to Tiglath-Pileser, king of Assyria, saying,
What'd he say?
I am thy servant.
No, read that. Yeah, I am thy servant, what?
And thy son.
And thy what?
And thy son.
That's the relationship right there that we were hearing from Tiki Barber. I am thy servant and thy son.
You remember
that's the house Negro.
The baseball player.
That's
Boston?
the house Negro that
He
Malcolm
said,
X
call
was
the Yankees
talking
my
about.
Daddy. Damn, what's his name again?
Oh, you talking about from
Big Papi?
Yeah, from Boston. Yeah.
Oh man!
All right,
They used to say, "Who's your daddy?" when he used to come up. Who's your daddy?
Officer, this is what's going on. We're gonna get a lot of these broadcasters fired because they're gonna talk against who paying them. You know what I'm saying? So
some of these brothers is independent,
Right, but not Chris Bashard. Chris Bashard worked for
Fox. They work for Fox.
So he can't.
Well, here's the key though.
He gonna lose the job.
That's why he stated, even Rob Parker, they're not calling Maridum racist.
Right.
They're getting a tiki. They're not getting organizations.
Right.
Yeah.
Rob even shouted out ESPN Radio. He used to have a job with them, things like that. They're crafty in the way they articulate themselves.
They better be.
Hey, you know what? Rob Parker got fired from ESPN.
Right.
Because he called RG3 a cornball brother.
Right. Yeah. You remember that?
Yep.
Who was RG3 married to?
Esau. And Stephen A. did not have his back.
They gonna start calling out some of these broadcasters. They gonna start calling out Stephen A. and all of them brothers. Sooner or later, what this
Stephen A.
He been
he already bowed down, bro. He already got suspended for saying something stupid.
This topic gonna put them all under the bus.
Not more like Jamel Hill. That's she got fired.
Yeah.
She was talking.
Yeah. Hey, so now I want to ask y'all on the panel. Does that happen to any of y'all?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I can't think of it.
What happened to you?
No violins, IT. But you know, at the job, in the career that I'm in,
oh yeah, I'm tripping.
Intelligence is coveted, but not in the wrong aspect, right? So you had a situation where I figured out. There we go. There it is.
Got him.
Bring it out.
We were.
Boys start cracking.
Right. So. But I basically figured out that we were doing something incorrect according to the procedure that we were using previously under the law.
Okay.
And I brought it to my supervisor. We had a huge meeting about it. I'm battling with my supervisor like, look, we doing this the wrong way. This is what the law says.
You showed up your supervisor?
I had to in front of everyone.
Damn.
So
see why that happened to you.
And, you know, I've gained a little tact over the years, but you know, back then I didn't know how to do that without basically showing up the whole room.
Yeah. So you realize your light skin preference didn't work against Esau.
No, especially when they're a fish.
Right.
And they don't, and they don't like masculine men. So
damn,
ever since that incident, he ended up having to admit that he was wrong, but that hurt his pride. So every time he got the opportunity, he trashed me in publicly. Emails sent out to the whole team if I ever messed up.
They love to do that. They love to do the email bashing.
Hey, the blasting emails. I got called into the office to get written up over something that I didn't do. It was nuts. I mean, I felt like a target, and I had to leave that place. It was bad. Yeah.
It ever happened to you, Officer Michael?
Yeah, I'm not just going to discuss it though.
Okay, all right. That's cool. That's cool.
He didn't want the violence.
That's cool. Officer Michael didn't want to discuss it. What about you?
What
about you, Officer?
Hey,
you gonna discuss it?
Listen, I've sat there and watched a chair that I'm probably qualified to be in get tossed around.
Damn.
Yeah, like a revolving door.
Yeah.
All for them to come back to you and be like, so who do you think we should hire next?
Ah, damn. The disrespect.
You saw somebody get abused in that chair?
Hey. I saw an Israelite get abused in the chair, then had to train the Great White Hype just for the Great White Hype to come in and quit.
Damn.
Didn't even last a year.
That's some crazy stuff.
6 months into it, was like, you know what? Yeah, I thank you for getting rid of the guy that trained me and giving me the keys to drive the car, but I'm about to crash the shit and I'm out of here.
Damn.
Yeah. So.
Hey, I have one. You talk about the email, right? This is bruh. When I say true story, I'm not even exaggerating, not a little bit. So, I was working and got called into the office to the local manager, right? And they had a brand new regional manager. Now I was wearing this shirt, right? It was a Spanish soccer shirt. All right, as a T-shirt. Club Deportivo or something like that.
Yeah,
anyway,
Deportivo,
I didn't know that there was a liquor called by the same name. Long story short, they thought I was wearing a liquor shirt. So my boss flies in, right? And in front of the coworkers, this is later down the line, but in front of the coworkers, he's berating me in front of the coworkers, and he says, "Why don't we just have a shirt with a crack pipe on it and say we love smoking crack?" Bruh, I got a shovel in my hand at the time he said that. And you know how you had those images like, I already split this dude's head up in. I ain't gonna lie. This is before the truth. Okay, this is before the truth. So when I told my wife about it, she said, "What you gonna do about it?" So I wrote him a letter because I had never had no incidents with nobody. Everybody loved me at the job. The only thing he saw, because he was a fish too, the only thing he saw in that email was I called him a condescending prick, right? Now, the email was like this long.
Right. But
you know what I'm saying? I'm writing like 3-4 years worth in that email.
That's what he needed to see.
And it was like I pressed send and my phone rang at the same time. I'm like, how does that happen?
So you wrote the email in 12-point font, but the condescending prick was in 48 font. That's what he
That's how he saw it. That's how he saw it. And he called me up and he said, I don't think this is going to work any longer. And I'm prepared to cut you your last check. And he already had it, printed. I got my check in like 2 days, bro.
God.
Like, I ain't had nothing else to do with you. And then this is how crazy it was. Like 2 years later, he called me back, asked me if I could come back to work.
He realized you was an asset.
Right.
My mind.
But that's the things that happen to us.
Hey,
man.
did you at least do the half baked when you left?
No, I never went back. I was at home. I was at home.
I'm saying when you had to get fired the first time, you could do the F you, you're cool.
Bruh, hey, listen. I just had to walk away because I'm telling you, I had a shovel in my hand.
Yeah.
I had to walk away.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Wouldn't be locked up right now.
He would
shovel on somebody's
well right
neck.
now.
But hey, so that's gonna wrap it up for us for tonight. We appreciate you for being tuned in to the Lionz Den Radio Show. Make sure that you donate to our movie. Right, Joseph Dream. You can go to www.matthew213.com. And if you want to donate, go to iuic.fundraising at israelunite.org. And that's going to be it for us tonight. Shalom, family. Most High in Christ bless. Lord will see you next time.
Shalom.
And you think we're the wolf pack? We were the ones that was dragged and brought over here on the slave ships, and you made a monster out of us.
We spirit you rolling with. Either you rolling with the spirit of Satan, and who's waiting for the lake of fire, or you gonna roll with the spirit of Christ.
Created, manufactured right here in the Americas. Don't slip on that. This new Negro that we see today was a creation.
If you walking around worrying about your breath when you know death and destruction is everywhere, nigga, you gonna die.
We used to scream black power while heroin was pushed. But at the end of the day, nothing's in vain. IUIC has been given a vision. The tents of Judah has risen. Many has attempted the mission. Minor murmuring, omitting, and missing the mark. Just reading that he had the flame of fire in his eyes gave us the spark. We on Paul's mission. We out on the road, purple and gold, from Mexico, Cuba, Haiti, Ghana, Sierra Leone. 144,000 boots banging, concrete crackling. These are our men repented at heart. The scriptures is proof. IUIC, we deliver the truth.